hang out with us.
Did you see him, Hans?
He didn't even hang out with us.
Listen,
if
listen,
nothing
listen.
else, you could have joined indefinitely yourself. If
You
nothing
fucking
else.
betrayed us. We
I was
trusted you.
ready. I was just writing.
We are on, and Kyle managed to, in his panic, fuck it up. Of course, now we're running his intro.
That's not an intro. That's an outro. I didn't even. That would require me to actually set it up.
Even better.
If we're gonna be talking
There we
about
go.
people being
I
late,
fixed it.
the server's not up.
Yeah.
Is that why I can't join?
Also,
A
you do need to check that
thunderstorm
out.
decided to wander
I am.
over my house, and we have like copper wire internet from the 1900s. So the only real option is to pull out everything and pray. That's about it. Otherwise, like a single lightning strike, and my modem is fried, and then I have to wait a month for the next one to arrive. It's hell.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
It's awful. It's so awful. It's so awful. But I wasn't the latest one here. That was Dev.
Yeah, it was Dev.
That's not true. I was ready.
Yes, he was. Like he wasn't here. He was not in here.
Yeah. And also, now that we are on, I do have a sad announcement. Dev is a traitorous whore, a son of a two-timing, 2-bit, $5 prostitute, and will not be here next week. Why, you might ask? Because he prioritizes the failing, the disgraceful, the rotten E3 over his friends.
What?
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna stream that shit.
E3?
Yes. It's gonna
Okay,
be fun.
Arch.
He's not even apologetic
Listen.
about it. That's the worst part.
Cut him off. Shut up, Dev. This isn't about you anymore. It's about sabotaging you. So, we're going to stream the E3 now so that we can sap your viewers. Right, Arch?
If we're gonna be doing hold on. If we're gonna be doing bullshit like that, then shouldn't we technically just stream
we're not
his stream?
streaming the E3. Fuck that.
I think we might be streaming the E3 specifically to try and steal viewership.
To punish him.
No,
We'll be
we
like-
can just comment on Dev's stream by streaming his stream and then giving commentary on his
No,
commentary.
that's a bad idea. No, we stream E3
No,
so that
restream
we...
his stream and then bitch at him.
Because then he'll file a
Yeah, the
DMCA.
server is up. You may connect.
I'm connecting now.
Be like, I'm taking down your stuff. I'm like, no.
Oh, can you guys hear my air conditioner, by the way?
No.
No.
In your mind? No,
Okay,
I didn't
that's
think
good.
so.
That's good.
Oh, heavens. I want to move to somewhere where the internet isn't made out of copper. That'd be nice.
3,000
You
years
should move to
blue.
Canada. I have fiber op.
There are some things I won't do regardless of the internet.
But that means
if
he has
you
to
don't
move to
mind
Canada.
not being allowed to go outside, you could move to the UK.
And learn French. So, last time you had a medium difficulty combat encounter, which you flawed by not taking Dev's brilliant advice, distract the trolls with fire.
Yep.
And
I
then
think
you
you're forgetting the
returned
part
back.
where we would have had to light our sweat on fire.
No?
I
No,
said we
remember
should
that
have
part.
lit Dev on fire.
Trolls don't like fire. Probably would have worked.
Mm.
No, Arch, I know you better. Now shut up. He's like, oh.
And then you dragged the troll meat back home,
We did.
and you had a brief chat with Zephyr.
I haven't
Now
seen
we're-
any characters yet.
We're back to just being in the city. Less squeaky. Less squeaky weaky. Now, Squeaky Leaks has determined that we will sell the meat. Mm-hmm.
Wait, Squeaky Leaks?
Yes, Squeaky Leaks.
Is that the name of our company here?
Our
Got it.
outfit, our war band is called Squeaky Leaks. I've decided just 5 seconds ago.
Do you remember what Zephyr told you, though, Kyle? Do you know?
How about you
Understand?
give a refresher for chat?
Chat. I see.
I'm clever.
The thing is, Kyle, my internet is slowly keeling over.
And I'll be hijacking your stream when you disconnect and be like, so we're going to do my channel stuff now. So
Well, it won't do that much damage, and everyone will just turn off at that point.
no, they won't. They won't because they'll be like, well, Arch could come back. They will, though.
Already, I am being mildly buried in super chats. We'll do those at the end, as usual, in the RP streams.
You might as well do them now because we're loading.
Perhaps.
It's gonna
'cause
take a while.
It is taking a second to even the characters.
It's not even a second.
so-
This always takes forever when we start because Arch just got
That's
here.
true.
So go ahead and
How
read them.
badly am I lagging, though? Because my Discord is popping in and out of the red.
No, we're not all connected to you for this. this
Yeah,
server
the
thing.
client has to send the information to us because this is very well coded.
Oh,
Like we
dear.
don't
No, I
actually
just-
save anything on our end.
Oh dear.
So
So I think,
to
yeah,
do
Disco
anything,
and I.
Arch has to get it, and then
Yeah.
it has to confirm it, and then it has to send it back.
All right.
It's a mildly awful system.
That's why when games have like net coding like this, we normally just have Bubbles host because he's in between. He's in Norway, but he's not. He's got better shitty internet.
Yeah, but that wouldn't work anyway, because.
Yep. We can't have him host proxy. Actually, well, in theory you could, but you'd have to leave it on and not accidentally download something.
Would Bubbles be a generous enough soul to do that?
I wouldn't even ask anyone to do that because that would be actually mean. It'd be like, yeah, no, don't
Would.
do anything on your computer.
I just need to have your computer on and running this one thing and only this thing.
Just don't touch it for a while. Okay.
We get via Streamlabs. We breed kibs and go to the moon. Yes, yes.
Loading, loading, loading. Hooray.
Breed kibs. Might as well actually just do it. Let me just get to the back end here, as YouTube, of course, doesn't list all of them because YouTube is bad. AK says blame dev. That is correct. He chooses E3. He chooses to be a corporate spokesperson, a corporate wind hole over RP. That's true.
Yep. He should be punished.
He should. And he will. And AK also says, so, that Dragon Ogre's a Shaggoth, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Hmm.
If it is, it's going to be a very short RP.
It's fine. We have plot armor. I'm sure of it.
I don't know. My last armor got destroyed.
Well, I disconnected. I disconnected. I'm gonna try
I'm
checking
still
for
in.
updates.
Why did you do that?
I'm still in.
Same.
It's okay.
Okay. Why?
I
It's only
desqueaked.
you.
That
You're the
makes
only
sense.
one
I
with
don't
a
even
problem.
think Dev's tried yet. I see no sign of Dev.
Loading, loading, loading. Hooray!
This is why we normally connect ahead of time, but God said no.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not allowed to argue with God, as it turns out. It's been a fairly ironclad point in most religions, frankly.
I mean, if anything, it sounds like Poseidon's the one saying no, but details.
Firstly,
Poseidon?
it wouldn't be.
What?
You fucking little bottle of ketchup. He's like,
Yeah. That's dumb.
Look, he gets quiet. He's like, I'm just gonna do what Disco
there-
does and never. Shut up, ketchup.
No, you shut the fuck up, because the thing is, it's a rainstorm. Yes,
Ketchup, you're not allowed to. Poseidon doesn't control the rain.
water.
Yeah.
No,
No.
the oceans, the seas.
Yeah.
Basically water.
No.
Poseidon's just like chilling up in the clouds and just like, get off my
If I
turf, bro."
bastardize the ancient Greek religions enough, eventually people won't give a shit, and then I'll be right.
See, you're wrong. You stepped in it, and now you're trying to pretend this is all part of your plan. This is a typical catch-up maneuver.
No, I'm saying that I don't give a shit that I was wrong, and I'm still going with it.
See, now he's realized that I've caught him in the process of doing it. So
No.
now he's backpedaling again. He's like,
I'm not even moving from the spot. You're just being spurgy, as you normally are.
Shut up, ketchup. You're my property. You're not allowed to speak
Yeah,
anymore.
notice how he's just ad hominem, which means
Put the
I'm
lid
right.
on the bottle.
Oh, how sad for you. How sad for you.
He's like, my ketchup is leaking.
You can hear the
The
sadness.
best part is I received a buttload of tokens from Happy Little Dantard. Dantard's the second artist. Dantard's a good boy. He is better at Derpy, which is good, and which means we're gonna have to load a buttload of those too.
Oh boy, this will be
Oh boy!
a long
Oh,
stream.
welcome to the loading stream.
Is my
Oh,
stupid
boy.
thing done updating? Oh my god, it
You
finally
thought
is.
you were gonna get to watch a game today.
Join
Oh no.
campaign. Barch. Join Barch campaign. The Borch.
Now, what I will do to give chat something better to look at, and also to allow them to glory at glory for glory's sake, I'll have to bring up. Okay, Kyle. So this happened too. After you'd spoken to Sephor, just magic happened. Okay, like you had a thing happen to you.
Yes, Dick.
I haven't thought this particularly well through, but a thing happened.
Okay.
You were surrounded by green glowing light or something.
God
The
was
light can be
reaching
purple if you
down.
wanted to.
Nice. Purple
Goodbye,
light.
Karsnicket. The great horned rat
Listen,
desires your
it's
services
not
far
even
away from here.
purple. It's fucking rainbow because it's Pride Month. The Pride powers encircle Gib. Gib is now gay.
That's true.
I don't care which chaos god takes you, so
And
long as one of
trans.
them does.
Gay, trans, potato. Yes.
Wait, so
You've
you eat all
always
our
been
warp stone.
most of those things, though.
Flip tap on the ground.
I should probably, yeah, but you don't have any warp stone, so I can't even take warp stone away
Well, that's
from
why.
you.
That's why I said
sadly.
explains why he ate all our warp stone.
Now, go to images, Kyle, and share sausage.
You assume I've loaded in? You fool.
Kyle, why?
Images. Well, it's empty, and it will remain empty for probably as long as it takes to download all the information.
Here you go. There's sausage for you.
It's a question mark. It's not even.
It's a question mark.
We'll have to wait.
Well,
Keep
that's pretty much
procrastinating.
business as
Read
usual, isn't it?
supers.
I'm getting to that. I was just fixing the upload in the background, but yes. Moving forward, Lord of the Gay says, who's your favorite VTuber? Mine is Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse does make my ears bleed just a little bit, so... Favorite VTuber? See, that's a difficult one, because you have to weigh up several layers of stuff there, like whether or not they speak understandable. Unspeakable.
His internet's pooping in the
Yes.
bed.
Robot.
Indeed, Silent Arch. I
He's
understand.
become the bee boop. One with the bee boop.
That's another reason why I was procrastinating.
Okay, you're good now. Speak again.
Beep, boop, boop.
I'll only be good for about a second or so.
We might as well start while it's still good instead of procrastinating, huh?
No. God, everything's flickering.
Oh my god, chat watches VTubers? You fucking degenerates.
I probably would have to go with Corone because dog girdle. Yes.
Boog is just trying to get under my skin now. Bad Boog.
Boog.
You know which
yet.
VTuber Boag said.
Boog didn't say anything. He
Chat
typoed.
up yet? Did you get sausage up yet?
And it's not sausage. You got the. That's a wrap from a different campaign.
Oh, it's now loaded for me. Oh crap.
Nope.
I see someone
Keep reading
selected it
supers.
and attempted to move it.
Keep reading, Blondie. Don't stop.
I hate this program. Oh. Lord of the Gay says again, who is your favorite faction in 40k? I like the Plague Marines and the Tyranids. Blood Angels. Just Blood Angels, because they're cool, and they're red.
That's true. They are red.
They're red.
I
Now,
found
where
a
do they put
sausage.
all the things?
Oh my god, I DC'd again. What the fuck? This program is totally running as intended. Okay, you
That
know
was
what?
another...
We don't open any windows. We just sit here until it loads in the characters.
It's so fun because you
Yes.
can't preload anything.
You can't
Well, in the
preload
meantime-
shit.
I posted sausage in the Discord. You could show the chat if you want.
Okay,
Yes,
we're
there you
showing
go.
we're showing it off. Because otherwise they'll be sitting here for hours.
Sure, like we'll wait. I'll help you.
If that was the
Don't
rat
worry.
you were talking about, I had that in DMs. He could have just told me.
Well,
But now it's in the
Okay.
program.
Yeah, the
And
program
now
that
it's-
doesn't load.
No, it's in the Discord channel. You're welcome.
New River says, as a punishment for the last week, Dev should speak only Squeakish, even outside of character. I'd be happy if Dev would just speak Squeakish in character.
Workish.
I think I might need to get some Ivy
They're
Pro.
just
Dev
muted.
He's very lazy. That's the problem with Dev.
Yes.
Like sausage.
Sausage is not
But
lazy.
yes, the magical mystifistical thing that happened to you is that Sausage is just there now, for all eternity. You don't even need to summon him. Primarily because that means I can do random stuff with him.
Wait, who's
He's there
sausage?
now.
It's the rat.
Sausage is the little rat familiar thingy that Kibbs has.
It's a reference to the
Oh.
previous Skaven campaign.
His name is Sausage.
He was a wee bit larger in that one.
Yes, now he's a little bit of a
Wow. It loaded in for me instantly. I just clicked it and it appeared.
The thing
Well,
is, it was
good
probably
for
loading for you
fucking
anyway, and you just happened to click on it at the right time.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh my god, what if this actually just continues to disconnect? Like, I'm already getting the paranoid about it.
Mid-combat, you just DC. It's like, well, I guess there goes our spellcaster.
It's time to fucking research what, like, a disconnect bug, maybe. Let's see.
And actually, speaking of familiars, I mean, you had one die, right? Ketchup?
It's Panza. No, they aren't my familiars, they're my pets.
His name is
Well-
Ketchup. You did it right. Ketchup apologized for being mean to him.
You be quiet, faggot.
Well, in any case, you had one pet die, but you have a second one
Yes.
on the way, right?
It's mid-training.
Okay, I think things are loading.
Allegedly,
more, but I'm
according
wait
to
a
my
little
notes, I
bit.
need to do 2 more rolls to get it to be properly trained for what I need it to be.
And
You
also
have
remember,
requests as well.
that one is promised to the Smiling Rat in trade for a Wolf Rat.
What the
Yes.
fuck?
So if we were to be taking him around, he would not be a combat rat. He would basically be a pack mule.
Yes, because the Wolf Rat would almost certainly be more useful.
10% more weapon skill if I remember the stats off the top of my head.
That's the dumbest thing I think I've ever read. Apparently, it's because you have too many files. What? It doesn't even make
So
any
what
sense.
I'm hearing is that you downloaded too much hentai.
No,
Fucking degenerate.
there's too many files for it to load, and then it disconnects. That's so stupid.
I
Then
mean,
why is it only happening to you and not all of us?
Because I
yeah.
clicked on another window. And
Well,
because I
do
didn't
that.
click on the window this time, it loaded.
Well, that sounds like you did a bad.
That sounds like this thing isn't very
Fantasy
well
Ground
made.
has has a few problems, a handful, a few minor niggles here and there.
Minor details, he says.
Minor niggles, indeed.
Minor. That's so dumb. Very well made. 10 out of 10.
I might as well finish these off. Hakerai, finally some Skaven RP. How will most bravest Skaven in Under Empire fare? Had a good laugh at Gulag Simulator. Also, hello, Kibbs and company. Yes, yes.
Good.
You were greeted.
Good.
Say hi.
Many goods.
Oh.
Yes.
AK says, copper wire. You got the fancy setup, Arch. I at one point had internet over literal barbed wire. And probably didn't overload it easily, though. Black 1917 says, Hail Arch Christ, our fluffy lord and savior, and breed Kibbs. Also, hi Hans. Misspelled ketchup. Also, hi Dev, the traitor. Hi Disco. How's Kitty?
It's fine. You missed him
Yeah.
climbing on me earlier.
Luke
I'm
Jones,
sure
yes,
you were
yes,
very
we're
happy.
back. And Psycho Causal. I have bribe hair, Arch, for Kibbs' safety. Put him into the barrel. Ooh. That's the origin of the squeak squeak.
We'll have to
Barrel.
do a reboot of Lurking Squeaks.
With you still in
Okay.
the barrel.
Okay, team, we might have to put our Gracier down. He died in the line of duty, serving the Great Horned Rat. Much heroics were had.
No, not Skaven camping. That'd be a wrong squeaky. Dumb.
Now
creature.
then. So,
Oh, he's saying put you in a barrel in this
No.
thing.
That wouldn't
to
be fitting.
remind Kyle, because he has the memory of a literal goldfish with severe brain trauma, Zufor has told you to not kill the Lama Zoo that the Dragon Ogre told you to kill. He wants you to convince it to be his friend and make him ride on it, because he enjoys that kind of stuff. And he has promised you much goodness if you do this.
Good.
Something, something, moon and stars. Something, something, fund your coup.
I think we wanted to talk to the security guy, or send Kyle to talk to the security guy.
We
yes,
did.
we did want to talk to the
We do want to do
chief
a
guard.
couple of things. But first,
what I was
we
I
doing.
also
want to
want
sell.
medical treatment.
Yeah, I was going to say, primarily rest first. Because
Rest
all
and
of
healing,
us-
but no. We sell meat first. We can rest.
Before I fix my arm?
You go fix your arm. Hands and I sell meat stuff.
Where's relevant skills? There they are.
Well, actually, don't you have to train up your rat?
The rat can be trained at any point. I can only roll for it once a week.
The reason why we need to sell the meat so we can get money so we can get medical treatment for Disco.
All right.
Because I don't know how expensive the physicians are going to be to repair my pet.
Frighteningly.
How much
It's
gold are we sitting? Just as a reminder for everyone, we are sitting on 1 gold, 370 silver, and
Yes.
160 copper.
So let's go
And
sell the
10 dwarf
salted
silver.
meat to make sure we have enough money to cover any ridiculous expenses the physician might have.
All right. Well, there is a translator complimentary with your new abode. He is a sourly looking chaos dwarf with a little green skin in a tight leash. You may take him outside.
Hold on. Gibbs is doing meta stuff to see if he has barter. Nope.
No, none of us have any relevant skills for that.
Hashtag full price. Debuff.
Debuff.
On the bright side,
Didn't you show sausage yet? Poor
Already
sausage.
did. Just go send the link.
Sausage.
Yes. They've seen us.
Yeah, I don't think
Loads
anyone-
just slowly. It is quicker for another player to actually open Photoshop and cut out a piece of the program and send
I mean,
it.
Yep.
yeah, that's
Oh,
that's-
shop.
that's
No,
what
I
happened.
just use snipping tool.
Yeah, Snippy Clippy. If you type in your computer, snip, it blows up the Snippy Clippy tool, which allows you to Snippy Clippy.
Well, that's lovely. Now, Con, do your thing. Do it now.
No, I don't want to. Disco dies.
I mean, she won't die. She just won't be able to use her arm for a while.
Ketchup, no shit. That was being funny. Now, we go
Where are you?
and we go sell. Sell. Yes, yes. Squeak, squeak. Now, Hands will sell my meat because Hands might as well sell it. Because I am lazy. I'm going to go sleep. You do the work.
Fine. I guess Mango will go to Goblin and say, "Where sell meat?"
Goblin looks up at you in confusion and sadness. What kind of meat?
Salted troll meat. Yes, yes.
The Chaos Dwarf who holds his leash gives it a nice solid little yank, as if to chastise it for giving attitude. The Goblin says that you should go to the main market for this. The sprawling meat market where they hang just random pieces of giblets and stuff off hooks. And then you'll have to talk to the merchants.
Then I guess that is Mango's immediate quest, to go to the great market to find a meat merchant to buy said salted troll meat.
All right. The market is a large open area, bustling with lots of little chaos dwarves and other critters as well. You even see a handful of humans wandering through the various stalls. There are all kinds of meats on display, including a little bit of human too. This troll meat, however, is in quite limited supply. That is a rare commodity around these parts, mostly because it probably tastes absolutely awful. But you can find various meat vendors. Any preference in who you wish to deal with? There are dwarf vendors, there are human vendors even. There's even some human vendors from the far north.
Hmm. Humans to the north and chaos dwarves. I guess since I have no real preference towards any of them, he will go to the closest one first. Whichever one
Closest
that may be.
one first. A particularly shady-looking chaos dwarf, rubbing his hands in glee.
I mean, might as well engage in commerce, or attempt to anyway. Mangle will inform the goblin to inquire as to how much this good merchant would buy our salted troll meat for.
The salted troll meat. What languages do you speak? You don't speak any dark tongue, do you? No.
I do not have any languages beyond the ones that
Queekish.
Skaven have.
You got Queekish and that's it. Quickish.
Well, salted troll meat. A rare delicacy, yes? Take it is not the magical variant?
No. Regular.
Regular dead meat, then. Less valuable. Not look like a magician to me. Good. Well, how much do you have?
I will remind myself. I will go to
I think
enough.
enough.
Yes.
That is the exact wordage you use, so I cannot give him anything more specific than enough.
Yeah, that's what you.
That's a specific term.
That is
Enough.
what you said though, because you were like, "How much do we have?" And you're like, "Enough," and that's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess I'll inform our greedy chaos dwarf friend. Enough?
Good. Precisely the amount I was looking for.
See, it was enough. Oh my god.
Exactly enough.
I just put in what you said, Arch, into the thing.
What thing did you put into my thing?
I think he's referring to notes of some kind.
Yeah. I was filling out the spreadsheet, and you said enough, so I put in enough.
Yeah.
Where is the spreadsheet anyway? I can't find the link to it anymore.
It's pinned.
If you go to your drive, it should be on like recently shared or something like that.
Yeah, but even
it's
so,
pinned, right?
in the Discord server here, in the general, check pinned messages. We pinned it.
Yep, I found it.
Because otherwise it get buried deep.
Oh, do we also want to sell our paralyzed goblin friend too, so you can butcher him up? He's kind of useless now.
Why am I alert box over?
It is true.
Yeah.
Guess since we're also here, Mango would inquire, what about half paralyzed goblin too?
Not much of market for half paralyzed goblins. Rare but useless commodity.
But fresh meat?
Very
Squeal very loud.
Goblin tastes like pickled piss.
Sure, there's market for something.
I don't know about it. I don't think there's much of a market for pickled piss.
This is a chaos dwarf settlement. At least Mango believes he has faith that there's someone who's willing to pay for it.
He is not particularly interested in the goblin, but he will take the troll meat off your hands. Do you have any ways to make him give you more money? Do you haggle, barter, any ideas? Or
I have no trained skills that I would be confident in using.
Confident in using.
Well, my haggle is 14, so
Yeah, and
I don't have
mine's
much.
11.
I don't have much faith in my ability to actually finagle a good deal.
Finagle a good deal. All right. Ketchup gets taken for a ride by a willy merchantman.
Well, no, Mango does, because Mango does not have any relevant skills to assist him in such matters.
After a little bit of haggling back and forth, the merchantman convinces you that troll meat is a boring old commodity. It's not that fanciful anyways, but he's doing you a favor. He's going to be a good merchant, a kind merchant, an honest, gentle merchant, full of goodwill and niceties inside of his heart, and he will pay you a whole 5 golden coins for them. He emphasizes how they sparkle in the light.
I think we expected more than that, didn't we?
I wonder what human
Going
would
to have
pay.
to get a bit more than that if we want to do what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Question is, I'm just looking at my skills.
Remember, you don't necessarily have to do the skills unless the GM says so. If you can talk
There are
your
other
way
ways.
through it,
There are
talking, talk with the character, engage.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Mango will say 5 is little less than we hoped for, considering we had to hard fight for it.
He just looks at you with a dead fan expression in his eyes. Not my fault you dumb enough to attack 3 trolls, is it? And it's true.
Suppose not. Maybe northern
fact,
humans
should pay you
more.
less to punish stupidity and disencourage future mistakes. Do you a
Maybe-
favor, yes?
Maybe go to northern humans to see if they offer better deal.
Northern humans. Ritualistic stabby people. No recognized quality.
But may recognize effort put into kill.
He seems quite confident as he tells you to go where you will.
Now, I suppose with that merchant giving his price, Mango will have to move on because he doesn't think that 5 is going to be worth it for what we did. Suppose we'll move on to one of the northern humans to see if we fare better there.
Okay. There are some various meat stalls there as well. They primarily deal in horse meat and that kind of like.
Well, he did say he would try, so he will try. He will go up to one of them that's close enough by and, again, engage the translator in inquiring how much for said salted troll meat.
Salted troll meat. Okay. Let's see. He looks around a little bit, casts a glance over at the previous merchant, and he pulls out an abacus. Starts moving the little pearls around, looking all fanciful. He doesn't seem to really know what he's doing, though, because the price he comes up with has no relation whatsoever with the number of pearls he's moved anywhere, but it looks fancy, and he probably thinks it makes him look professional.
Mango will not
He'll offer
disagree.
you 4 gold coins and 50 silver.
Mango will say that these trolls were a hard fight. Fought for much time. Almost killed some of our band. Surely worth more than that.
Ah, you Skaven, yes? Skaven meat good for ritual purposes. Sell wounded comrades. Give extra gold, yes.
Sadly, none that badly hurt.
He rests his hand gently on a meat cleaver. Can fix. Will cost you what? Can fix.
But these trolls also harm trade. Surely they harm some of your trade as well.
People must eat. My trade is safe. In fact, if less trade comes in, less food comes in. Prices go up. And if anything, you did me this service.
But if you sell meat, then you can take claim for potentially clearing roads, get more clout for you and your band.
He looks at you as if that is the dumbest thing he's heard in a while. Ah, yes. I will tell my compatriots that I slew freshly salted trolls on the road.
I mean, you could say you salted it.
In between running my stall. I am a merchant here, friend. They know me.
He's from around here. He doesn't seem to care about that. And... If that is final price, maybe Mango check with some of other merchants.
He doesn't seem surprised by that. And he wishes you the best of luck.
Wait. Offer the goblin as well before you leave.
Dev. Bad.
I mean, he did say horse meat, so I doubt he'll give a shit about goblin.
And we can't sell that goblin.
Yes, we can.
No, it's not our goblin.
No, we have another one.
Yeah, the other one.
No, remember the paralyzed one?
That was dead, isn't it?
Nope.
No, we tried to run away.
Oh, that's right.
No, he
I
broke
seem
his
more
leg
heavily
again.
wounded now. It's a sad
Yeah.
goblin.
See if they want a living goblin for a ritual or something.
You mentioned ritual. Maybe paralyzed goblin would suffice with minor ritual?
No, he's not.
He's a goblin
Don't say-
virgin.
Yes.
Didn't
Technically,
I
all
don't know.
goblins are virgins.
Let's ask him. Let's ask the goblin.
I mean,
Are you
no.
a
The thing is,
virgin?
technically speaking, wouldn't they be though? Because it's just
Yeah,
spores.
they would. They don't make.
Yeah, but I'm going to add in a little bit of, goblin hunter in this universe where they're rapey little bastards too. Because funny. I know, a goblin has not a whole lot of ritual value. It's a goblin. It'd be like sacrificing garbage.
The gods like, so stinky.
They might take offense, in fact.
Maybe you could use a goblin to lure away things you don't want to deal with immediately.
Once again, looks around at his open air food stall.
Damn it,
Yo!
Mango's trying. Mango is trying.
You not understand how this whole trade thing works, do you?
Mango simple Skaven.
Dissatisfied grumbling comes from your Chaos Dwarf escort.
That's fine. He's not paid to really comment. He can judge, but you know.
You could also ask him.
Ask who? The dwarf or
Yeah.
the merchant?
Ask his opinion. Does he think you're being played?
I mean, Mango could ask. He will ask the goblin to ask his handler if any of the prices so far have, to his mind, seem reasonable.
A shaggy eyebrow raises. You do not understand, do you? He looks around at the marketplace. He looks around at the vendors. He looks around at himself. Chaos Dwarf society is very simple. It is all about status, friend. What status do you possess?
Mango will look at himself and think about his band that he's a part of.
We could take it to our friend. He likes meat.
He did say that, although I don't know if he was necessarily willing to. I guess he did part with something of value for simple dwarf meat.
If Hans needs help, Hans can return to get Karsnicket.
Well, the thing is, like, Mango did say he would go look, so he would at least want to talk to all the different types of merchants before coming back. Which means we still have the human merchants to go to.
The price just steadily drops by 50 silver each merchant.
If that is the case, then I guess Mango will have to return to Karsnicket and say, price is not what expected. Best price was 5 gold for enough troll meat.
Karsnicket pats fucking goddamn Mangle on the head. And it's like, at least you didn't sell it, Squeak. And then we go back out. Go back
The
out.
market is bustling as always.
Hence, I'd
Your
recommend
your Chaos Dwarf handler with his goblin seems mildly annoyed.
I've got my hands behind my back, you know, looking up, down on my snout. Be like,
Schnauzer.
yes, quite. I'm an aristocrat rat now. Aristorat. Yes. And, yes, I will go to the first merchant I see. Specifically, I will go towards a Chaos Dwarf.
Very well. A snaggle-toothed visage greets you, rubbing his hands. What can I do for you?
I am looking to sell meat I have acquired, Squeak. And I need you to appraise me on the prices of what this meat would go for.
The prices of meat. How much meat and what type?
I take him over to the cart, or assuming, I'm not sure if the shop can fit it, if it's like outside or whatever. Whatever's easiest, and just show him the cart of meat.
Enough. Troll meat. Lovely.
Yes, okay. Yes.
Yeah. He might have seen the same
Well.
part being pulled.
Thing that looks like you visited earlier this day. Tried to sell troll meat too. Inferior quality troll meat, clearly. He was offered 5 gold coins. What makes you think you can do better?
Karsnicket looks at him and he says, my station is above yours. You will pay me more for this meat.
The merchant rubs his hands together again. It gives you a broad little smile, though a small sweat drop runs down his face. How do you reckon? Good, sir. As he casts a glance over at your Chaos Dwarf escort.
I have friends with very powerful wizards afoot and a friend of guard. I think you will find me more than reasonable, Squeak. If you just oblige a simple increase in our righteous payment.
The merchant casts a brief glance over towards your escort, which nods his head gently. Ah, yes, but of course. We would not want to offend anyone, would we? Zufor is mighty great leader. Things have become much better after he seized control from previous sorcerer, yes. I think we could facilitate a fair price on the market for this. He excuses himself for a moment and comes back a little later with another 4 Chaos Dwarf merchants. I am a representative of the local market here. As you can see, my stall is near the opening, the beginning of the market. Prominent position, yes. We have come together here. If you could be so kind as to pass on a good word from the Market Association to the 4, we would be happy to take the troll meat off your hands for 12 gold coins.
Out of character, what do you think, Hans? What's your take? What's your opinion?
12. Well, better than we had.
Yes. I'd hope so. But the inner dick inside of me is like, yes, let's just be mean and push it. But at the same time, I'm explaining
You're
my
also
reason.
betting on
Yes.
Zephyr's reputation as well.
I'm also thinking that we establish a good reputation with the merchants. I'm explaining my thought process to them so they can understand. So here's my line of thinking. I will take the deal, and I'll be like, let us have a long, working relationship, derp, derp, derp. And then, like, that idea, that way we have a understanding between each other. That we provide them with quality goods in exchange for a positive whisper in Zephyr's ear.
Make sure that they don't have to. You don't have to come out here yourself again if
Yes.
Mango comes with meat next time.
I need to be able to rely on my agents to be able to sell my stuff to a reputable merchant. So yeah, okay. I explained my thought process. Now it's time to actually do it. So, I will be like, that is more than reasonable. Now, just for future reference, next time my agents come by to deliver you our premium goods, I expect you will treat them with the same respect that you have now. Squeak.
Important to add in. Well, that is of course understandable. Important man like yourself should not be forced out from comfort due to incompetent subordinates, yes? This fine beast that sits perched upon your shoulder there. Familiar, yes? Send along fine little sausagery thing. It can be proof of your sincerity, yes?
Is he asking for me to give him
He's
my
asking
familiar?
anytime you send someone to sell something to him, if you send your familiar, it's basically proof that they are coming with your blessing.
Okay. Okay. That makes
Let's
sense.
send sausage. Sausage will sit upon their shoulders and look haughty.
I extend a wrinkly, bruised little squeaky hand to, shake and make the deal. I'm like, yes, squeak, yes. Doing that nod thing from that one meme, like,
He takes your hand and introduces himself as Kazvir, leader of the Dawizar Merchants Guild. In the future, when you do dealings with our inglorious master, I am sure you might pick up other items as well to sell to us.
It is good that we have an arrangement. This will make it mutually beneficial for the both of us. And
Happy
then,
days.
yeah, we did it. We made monies.
12 of them.
Okay. So now we'll head off, now that we sold our
Well,
schmeat.
monies.
I added it.
Oh, good. You did.
Now I go and
Well
repair
done.
my
Hold
pet.
on a second. There's something else we could do with these guys, right? Would these be the same group of people, Arch, that were giving us a hard time about the plaque earlier? Would he be part of this group?
No, we
Well,
weren't at the market.
the Chaos Dwarves have a peculiar view on union, a very socialist view, in that you're either part of the union or accidents keep happening to your shop. So it's likely that if the man has a shop, he's probably a member of their little union.
Then maybe we could actually get it translated this time. Now that we
That's
have
true.
some more status.
But I don't
Transmitted
know.
or sold, one of the two.
I think that's back in our little den. We'll come back with it. So we'll head back, but the first thing we should do is fix Disco. Take her to a surgeon to fix my pet rat. I hate you.
All right. There are physicians. There are physicians on Zufor's staff who will offer their services, so you can take Disco to one of them.
Right. We go get Scrazzle. I assume she's just
Oh, wow.
sad.
Sad squeaking noises. Ow.
And then we go to find. No, wait. We don't go to find. We'll just ask the slave goblin to guide us to. Take us to nearest physician. Squeak.
Wait, I thought we were gonna one of Zephyr's. Is this the
Oh,
same thing?
Yeah, I'd assume so, because we're in the upper section of the city. We're closer to the spire because we have more power. So I would assume they wouldn't just take us to the slums.
I mean, they might. Let's clarify.
Arch will describe where they lead us. If I notice we're going to the slums of the city, I'll be like, no. Shady
All
alley
right, well-
doctors.
You are led to a section within the tower that smells of blood and antiseptic fluids, where you are introduced to an ancient, crooked-looking dwarf. His lower limbs have turned to solid stone, and he walks using a pair of heavy-looking crutches. The guests, yes. Place the subject on the cutting table, please. I shall euthanize it swiftly.
Okay. I look at fucking, Scrazzle and I'm like, get on there. Trip up. Trip up. Squeak.
Heal you?
I snort because I have extra noses. I'm gonna do that now. Chat's gonna have to endure that. And so are you.
Don't make that noise. Don't make that noise.
Thanks. Once the Skaven lays itself out on the operating table, he turns a little crane, a tap, to open up the blood drains underneath, and then he goes to fetch his equipment. Anything you would want from the corpse after I put it out of its misery.
Karsnikin laughs really loud. Sadly, no put down. Need this one. This one good with machine.
He seems mildly confused for a second there. But it's broken one of its limbs. Usually, we just kill.
I agree.
It's a kindness, sir.
I agree, but this one is needed still. Its service to me is not quite over.
He seems skeptical of this, but look at its scraggly form.
It can
He
operate.
pokes Disco with a stick. Bear could barely lift weapon anymore.
Yes, we needed to lift because it has good eyes. It can aim very well.
He seems disappointed by this. He mumbles something to himself. I could make a pair of glasses. He puts away his large hammer. He sighs heavily. A bit outside of my usual area of expertise. He fetches a large syringe filled with a faintly glowing purplish substance, which he proceeds to jab into Disco's spine. There. That should put it to sleep for a while. He looks over at you gently. Not permanently, mind, unless I messed up the dosage. It's been a while.
Fair enough, Squeak.
He sets to work, hammering out a nice little brace, bandaging a little bit. He sets the bone, which is popping out of the skin, by the simple application of grabbing the arm and squeezing until he hears a nice poppy grinding noise. And then binds it. He wipes off the blood that has flooded forth. As if an afterthought, he wipes some of it off. Yeah, it's a last little touch. And mechanic who spills oil, so, fine. It has been fixed for the time being. Treat more gently next time, yes. Or alternatively, just put down. Hammer 50 silver, fixing gold coin.
What? Say that again.
Fixing her was more costly than killing her.
It was?
He'd only ask 50 silver for putting out of her misery.
Okay, so this might be the guy that we offer the goblin to, because he's doing experiments and stuff. Maybe he'll want to play with the paralyzed goblin.
I mean, is he doing experiments? Hold on a
It
second.
sounds like he just puts things down. That's basically his job.
I'll ask him.
You can pay him $50 for putting down the goblin.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want it. He's basically the guy who puts things down. All
Why'd
right.
you bring me here?
It seemed like he's like some kind of Frankenstein type character who's poking around and doing research.
No, it seems like he's the guy who's basically making sure the things they put into the morgue are actually dead.
He's a euthanizer, basically. He makes sure things
okay.
are
Why
dead.
did you bring me here, Kyle?
He charged us to put him down.
Okay, so you said 1 gold for tending to Disco, yes?
Yes.
Sure. I don't want to piss off the surgeon. For obvious fucking reasons. You always pay your doctor. I'm not that
That's probably a good
stupid.
idea. Right. Well, Disco will now be able to heal as normal, and she has regained use of her arm for the time being.
Yay.
Good, Squeak. Good. Caresses.
Next time, take me to an actual doctor.
Caresses Mangle. Mangle's basically become Karsnicket's like lap cat, you know, like an evil genius. He just like pets his head.
Mango, thanks to the good sets of manacles he still has on him.
Good.
Wait, are they not on the goblin?
I mean, at this point, I'm pretty sure he broke his legs again.
Maybe.
All right. Now, I will, after we head out of the building, I will turn and ask the dwarf, would you happen to know what you do with captured goblins? And then I'll gesture to the derpy, dumb goblin we have.
Like, make sure you take me with you. I don't want to be left with this guy.
No, we're leaving you behind. Bye. No, I assume you get up and follow, or is she still unconscious? Or is he, technically?
If she is.
We drag Disco out by the feet. Thunk, thunk, thunk. You're gonna wake up with a sore noggin.
I mean, nothing doesn't. Or I hope things set fine.
A drag mark of blood after.
Okay, there we go.
The dwarf simply points towards the refuse chute in reference to the goblin.
Refuse chute. What does this look like? Describe.
It's a garbage chute. They dump shit down it.
Hmm.
Literal shit half the time.
Goblin.
Sounds like a good fate for this goblin.
It does. It's proven to be quite troublesome, but I think we can use it for meat. I thank the dwarf. I'm like, yes, thank you, Squeak. And then we head back to the. Actually, wait. Is there anything anybody else wants to do? We should probably rest, and then we should probably stock up on supplies before we go on the next mission.
It's just the plaque and the training for the pet. That's what's left.
Okay, so let's let's take care of the plaque thing next. Get that out of the way with. Head back, grab the plaque, and then we'll go back to the same merchant.
Place sausage upon Dev's shoulder and dispatch Dev.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good idea. I like your suggestion, Arch. I summon.
Wait, why me?
Shut up, you. I conjure.
I'm
I conjure the
currently
fat
eating.
rat. I conjure him and I hold him in my little hands, and I'm like, "Listen, Squeak," as I squeeze him gently. This time, I need you to stay on that rat over there. I point towards Ratata. I place I place sausage on Ratata's shoulder. Stay here and watch what Ratata does.
Poor sausage.
I don't pet fucking Ratata because he
Smelly
smells like
rat.
death.
Poor sausage.
Then I
cruelty.
grab Ratata. Listen, Squeak. You go take plaque and sell, Squeak, to merchant, Squeak. You fail to sell, your pinkies get broken.
Wait, I thought you wanted it translated, not sold.
Oh, yes. Translate, then sell.
All right.
Point of reference, last time we were offered a gold and a silver for it, so do better than that.
More than gold and silver. Yes. Squeak. Then I send him off on a mission. A brave mission. Look at that. Okay, first mission, Dev. Scary.
Am I still drugged?
You're probably gonna be drugged for the rest of the
We
day.
continue that on the way, and
Yep.
then we continue dragging Disco to the apartment building thing.
Just throw me in one of the beds.
We accidentally throw her down the chute for garbage.
No.
There goes one gold and all the gold for the gear.
That's true. Whoops. All right.
All right. Dev, sausage locks eyes with you expectantly.
This is a conjured creature, right?
Yeah.
So if he dies, can Kibbs conjure him again?
Yeah, but he'll rat you out.
Yes, because he'll come back to life and he'll be like, "That son of a bitch killed me."
Well, it's not a big deal if he comes back to life. Like, it doesn't matter, right?
Well, the thing is, it's still an insult because you killed it.
Principle of the thing.
All right. So let's return to the shopkeep. Does he recognize me?
Does he?
I re-
Have you been here before?
Might recognize the
recognize
smell
him?
if nothing else.
I think I was with the other. I think we all went together when we went the first time.
Well, as you pass in through the market gates, your rat puffs up. He's sitting on your shoulder like important. Yes. You're let in through, and you can find your way to the correct shop quite easily. There are several shops that do translation. Would you like to go to the same one you did last time?
See, it might actually be better to go to a new shop, actually, because we already have like a slightly negative history with the other guy. And the new shop,
But we
will-
weren't a part of the union the last time, or at least
Yeah.
have affiliation with.
true enough, but a new person will just recognize our rat friend and just give us a good deal right off without having to deal with a previous encounter.
But now he likes us more.
I don't think he'll like us more. I think he'll be
He
pissed
literally paid us more. Think about what actually is happening. I'm not sure if you didn't pay attention, but you.
No, I did.
should
I
go
did.
up
I
this
did.
guy.
So what I understand is that we've now presented the fact that we have
We're connected
status.
with powerful. Yes, we're connected
Yes.
with powerful
Which is
people.
important. You need that status, otherwise your
No, I
item
agree, I
becomes
agree.
useless.
But the previous merchant that we dealt with, we weren't too friendly with him, and he might not like the fact that now we have more
Yeah, no,
status. than
you're not
him.
going to him. You're going to the last merchant we talked to.
No, I'm going to a new merchant entirely.
Why would
Why don't
you?
go to the one we talked to and ask him
Otherwise,
if
they
there's
won't
anyone
recognize
he
the rat.
knows that could translate it.
Well, no, I think everyone knows about
Okay.
the rat now, right, Arch? Like the word has got
The
out.
guy did show up with what was it? 3-4 other like prominent merchants,
Yeah, exactly.
and he told Karsnicket that it's like, hey, if you have this rat on like one of your rat's shoulders, we'll basically consider that to be someone who's dealing with Sephora's blessing.
Yes. So the entire market should know, but we only have a negative association with this one guy, so we should go to
No.
somebody new.
We don't have a negative association with this guy.
The only reason he gave us such a bad deal is because we weren't affiliated with anyone powerful. Now we are.
Now he likes us more because we are powerful. We have
Never
bonus.
mind. Like
If
when
you-
we went to
like-
the meat market, like we had bad prices off them until we went
Mhm.
back and we were like, by the way, we have status, and then they're like, oh, here, have more. Like, so it doesn't really matter if you have previous bad dealings with him.
No, I completely understand that. It's just that I have a memory of us being kind of rude to this guy, so he might just be a bit bitter that now he has to deal with us. So I just thought that going to another guy would be
Or-
easier.
Or he'll
Ev
want
has a
to
point.
impress the important guy that we're friends with.
Now, bad people, Disco, you're asleep. You're dead. Kyle, you're busy shoving Disco down a chute. Now, Dev. Dev does what Dev wants.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I should go to a new one. I'm gonna go on my plan this time. For once, we'll do the dev plan. Let's go to a new translation shop.
Okay. You pick yourself out a big fancy store. It's tons of books inside, scrolls and stuff. There's a couple scriveners working away in the deep, dark corners of the shop, and behind it there is a chaos dwarf and a little pet human as well underneath the desk, scribbling away. He takes a look at the creature sitting on your shoulder, and he throws his arms open in welcome. Good day, sir. What have you come to speak to us about?
I'll grab my little rat off my shoulder and squeeze him just slightly too tightly in my hand, but not enough to actually injure him. And say, "Glad you recognize." Squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeak. The sausage looks uncomfortable with this. The sausage thinks there might be vengeance for this. Well,
In
what
fact-
can
in
we
fact-
do for you?
With each squeak, I'll squeeze him a little bit.
Okay. His tongue shoots out comically. Beep.
All right, so I'll pull out the heavy plaque and lay it on the desk and say, "Looking for translation."
He adjusts a pair of little spectacles on the end of his massive schnauzer. Ah, old dwarven runes. Very rare, yes. Very rare indeed. Interesting indeed. Where did you come across the plaque?
Here, remind me.
We
Last
got
time-
it from the dock.
Oh no, I know that, but did we tell the previous guy where we got it?
I
Don't
cannot
think
recall.
re- No,
I
I,
don't
do not
think so,
remember that
though.
we said where we got it.
I think we just
said
asked him
had
to
it.
translate it.
And he's like, this much, and we're like, no.
No, yeah, he used this much to buy it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Um,
He offered to pay it, and we just said no.
I mean, now that we have more status, we can probably tell him. It's probably a bit safer, I think. So,
Good call.
I'll tell him. Yeah, I'll tell him where we got it. It was like in the caves near the Warrens, right, Arch?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
The old underway passages. That would make sense. Have you perchance shown this to anyone else?
Did we show it to anybody else other than that merchant, or does the sorcerer know too?
Nope, just the merchant.
Okay. I'll say, not to my knowledge. Squeak, squeak.
Very good, very good. I see by the magnificent, majestic creature in your hand, they're well fed too, I may add. You are an acquaintance of the white-furred one, yes. And the four, then, as well. Well, this is sensitive information. You have not even shown the 4?
Mm. Not up to me. I was just sent here to get it translated.
Hmm. I see. Well, there are complications in this kind of translation work, as I am sure you appreciate, my friend. Meaning within meaning, yes? One could read one thing and completely another thing as well, yes. Perhaps, if you were to care for a slight compensation, you would give your master one translation? Raises a suggestive eyebrow.
Is he saying that he doesn't want us to tell the sorcerer what it means?
It sounds like he's
Mm.
wanting to give us a copy of the translation, and he keeps the original, is what it sounds like to me.
Specifically, he's asking you if you'll take a bribe for not telling Kyle what it says. Or he'll give you a fake translation.
Wait, do I know that it's a fake translation?
I mean, he would have just told you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He just
Well,
said
is he also going to give me the real translation though?
probably not. He's being subtle about it.
Too subtle for me, apparently.
Clearly.
I'll just say, me no understand. Squeak squeak.
He seems heavily disappointed. Good help is hard to find these days, after all. There is possibility here. We could translate this for you, for your master as well, of course. Yes. You would not take. You would. He looks around himself as if he's worried about how blatant he's going to be about it. Could give a silver coin here. He shows you a shiny little gold coin. This could be all yours. Master, no need to know. Master, no need to know at all. So long as you bring back translation, yes. And we keep plaque too. We can pay for plaque. 3 gold coins for plaque, and you get 1.
So it's 4 gold coins for a fake translation, then basically.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
well, this is
Well,
your
he's
decision.
explicitly saying he's not going to tell tell you or the party what
Remember,
it actually says.
our characters won't know this information because he's asking you to betray the party
Yes.
for a
Well,
bribe.
here's the thing. I'll take the money, but I'll still tell you guys when I get back.
You're one hell of a rat.
Yes,
But
I
it'll
am.
be a fake translation, though. I want to make it clear, too. Like, he's trying to be coy about these. He's not saying he won't translate it. He's trying to get the translation for himself first, and then having you shut up about it.
Right. Okay.
You can choose to lie to him. You can take the bribe and then rat him out, or you can take the bribe and remain quiet, or you can refuse the bribe. You can do whatever you want. Your decision.
Yeah. At this point, I kind of feel like we should bring this plaque to the big boss man now. If we've had 2, we now, even with a good status, we've had someone tell us that they won't reveal to us the translation.
And it's your decision. If you choose to refuse his bribe and then return with it, that's up to you. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll rub my chin and I'll say, only ordered to translate. I need to ask permission to sell it.
He looks suspiciously at the little rat thing as well. Well, we could translate too. Bring master here. Yes, this is valuable translation. Yes, if there is no other way for deals to be struck, one final gambit.
Yep, I'll nod and take the plaque and be on my way.
All right. Sausage looks at you as if he was suspicious. Like, you tried to sell us out, didn't you? Traitor. Bite your finger.
Sausage has been watching this whole time too. He's just like,
Now I'm going to eat Sausage,
oh my god.
and you can resummon him when I get back.
Panic squeak.
Your decision.
All right, so I'll return to the apartments and I'll fill the party in that he wanted the translation for himself.
Hold
and
on.
he didn't want us to
Did
know
you
what it
actually
was.
eat sausage though?
Well, does it cost you anything to
No, it
bring him
doesn't.
back?
You can eat them if you want them.
Then yes, I ate him.
Okay. So I noticed Dev come in. I noticed fucking Radita come in. And at first, I'm dismissive. And then I notice that there's something not on his shoulder that should be there. And then I'm getting worried, right? And so I summon the little sausage again. And I hold the sausage in my hands. What did the sausage do?
The sausage, seemingly covered in some vile, stinking saliva-like liquid, looks up at you with large, round eyes brimming with little tears. And he raises one single arm and points one finger at Deb as he cries.
I'll shrug my shoulders and say, well, his name is Sausage.
I pet the little fucking sausage and I put him on my shoulders, reassuringly that he's safe now.
Sausage would like to request that the evil rat's things, sausage, be cut off and fed to him.
Uh-oh. Time to castrate. Make sure you can't reproduce.
So, I will tell the party the story of the plaque
Okay, now tell it to us.
and how people want it translated but don't want us to know the translation.
Deb, why don't you tell it to us the way you're a rat? Do it.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, well,
Squeak.
we're making steps. Let's go.
Baby steps. Progress.
So do you think we should actually bring it to the sorcerer, though?
Based on what you've told Karsnicket, he is now of the opinion that everyone is going to swindle him, and he doesn't trust a single one of these bastards, and he doesn't really trust.
I literally didn't swindle you.
In this particular case, I think he's just referring to the town at large.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
the fact that they're trying to, and so instead we're going to take the plaque and we're going to head towards Zephyr. We're
Am
going
I
to-
still drugged?
Alright.
Is Scrazzle still unconscious?
I mean, if
no,
he's still
probably starting to
unconscious,
wake up now.
oh, okay, I was gonna say if he's still unconscious, then I would eventually at some point today want to try to do the.
Today's
animal
not
training
over,
roll.
and we're gonna have to rest until all our health is. So we have to be here for a couple days, anyways.
Yeah, I've got 6 wounds to heal up, so that's like a week of
But we're
rest
doing
right
we're
there.
doing everything else so we can just rest the remaining days, and then we'll just head on to the next mission.
I'll be here then.
You could have sausage bite her toes. That might wake her up. And give me super chats.
Okay, well I'll put sausage on Disco's chest.
And sausage stares in disbelief.
I tell
You
sausage.
are giving this thing to me, his eyes says.
No, no. I pet his little head. You look, make sure no one steal, Squeak. Property.
He seems disappointed again.
You are a lookout, Squeak. You-
Well, he burrows into Disco's hair to make a little nest for himself. At least he'll be cozy whilst he's here.
Have any hair?
That's right. It's a
You have
naked
now.
rat. It just grew for the sake of Arch's narrative. Okay.
Pretty much.
It'll fall off once it's no longer relevant. It's awfully inconsistent. All right.
But useful.
We head up. We ascend the flight of stairs. The 17s or whatever the fuck. I don't even remember.
Epic shit.
The
ton.
752 odd stairs.
Yes.
The 13. I've forgotten how many
13
sevens it
There's
was.
a lot of sevens. We ascend the 7-7-7-7 stairs. Because we don't count in sevens.
Zephyr, as usual, sits in his large, opulent, well-lit study and looks up as you arrive. Already? I had not expected you back so
Not-
soon.
I raise a hand. Not quite, Zephyr. We bring something of great interest that I think you might find of particular value. Originally, I was quite dismissive, Squeak. But as it turns out, it must be of value because many merchants have offered strange prices and bribes to get this artifact. And I gesture to the stone that's being carried by one of my minions. I don't know which one.
I guess
Ketchup
Mangle is
and
carrying
Devs
it
look at one another. Did you bring it? No. Did you? Oh.
Mangle then.
Oh, I just said Mangle is carrying it then.
Alright, Ketchup's the minion.
No, Mangle is.
Zephyr seems interested. I'll bring it over to my reading desk then.
You
He
bring it over.
waddles on over to have a good look at it.
And set it on his reading desk.
I assume it's not that big.
Little
I mean,
arms straining.
It's just heavy because remember, it's 100. It is 100 encumbrance. It is not a light plaque.
He peruses it quickly. Dwarf, old runic, very old runic. A peculiar find. And you said merchants had already seen this, yes?
A couple, yes.
Locations of their stores?
I look towards Ratata. Speak up, Squeak. Speak up.
Well, you know one of them, and I know the other, so
Do I know one of them? I don't think I
Yeah, 'cause-
showed it to anybody.
I think you were there for the
Oh, for
first.
the
You were
first
all there for
one.
the first one. Yeah.
Remember, we're rats, so snitching is that's our shtick. That's and I'll tell them the location of the store for that one. I guess they're being disappeared.
Re-educated, you mean?
Gulagged. Weak.
Very well. He throws a quick nod towards one of the guards, which bow and leave the room. No one else saw it, I take it?
No, Squeak. I figured that it would be something worth showing you, if clearly there was such a high value for this object.
Very well. Should have shown me first, of course. That way we would have avoided tragic incidents of arson.
It is unfortunate, but we merely thought it was some simple dwarven stone.
Very well. It is not some simple dwarven stone. From what I can see already, it might be of considerable value. I will have it fully translated, or more correctly, deciphered by my own scholars. It appears to be a pointer towards a passageway, a coded magical map, common in the long-forgotten ancient days of the high tide of the dwarves, our weak cousins. If what it says is correct, it leads to a passage to Karak Vlag, a long-lost dwarven stronghold. If we could find passage within, we could benefit greatly.
Yes, Squeak. Mutually beneficial, Squeak.
Wait a second. Does this mean that that first merchant that we showed the plaque to has like a week plus head start on finding this place?
Well, no, because he would have had to decipher it.
Yep. Because it
Which is
requires
why he was-
multiple scholars. Because he was going to.
Which is why he was
one.
wanting to buy it
Mm.
for such a cheap price.
Mm.
So he would
Okay.
have time to, because he didn't have it, he couldn't translate it or decipher it.
Knowing the way to like a Karak. So Karaks are like massive dwarven city fortresses that have multiple layers
Super
of defenses.
cities.
Yeah. And so basically finding a lost Karak was like, oh, it's like a lost kingdom. There could be tons of treasure. And like the fortification itself would be valuable to basically colonize and occupy.
That it would. You have once more done good service in my name, yes. The plaque will undoubtedly prove valuable. You may enter into the armories below and have your pick of the more mundane equipment there. My sergeant will guide you. He waves his hands dismissively.
I bid him farewell, and thanking him for the generous donation.
All right. The armories of the Dawizar are considerable, so you can pick up any individual piece of armor up to chainmail in quantity. You can just pick that out of the items.
We are becoming so powerful. This stream has been very well.
So each person can basically pick up one piece of gear up to that.
Oh, he's not that generous. You get one piece of gear.
Okay, we get
Everyone
one
gets a
piece
pick.
of gear.
Can Disco
Well,
pick
I'm
even though
not
she's
there.
sleeping? Well, otherwise we'll just
You
wait till she
get
wakes up.
a pick for
Yeah.
the party.
Yeah, that's what I
He's
was
not going to give
trying
you
clarify.
all. So
Oh, that's not
That'd be-
that
that'd be horrible.
generous.
Yes, that's why I was trying to
That's
clarify.
not that-
that's
Okay.
the
We'll wait for
goddamn chainmail item is still a lot of money. Like that's 7 gold right there in a mail coat.
It is more gold than anyone else was giving us because like 5, 2, 5, 2.
Like, yeah, the
Yes.
closest was 5.
We got the better deal still. All right, well, we're not gonna head there because I want my other Skaven awake for out of character reasons.
So does anyone
Well-
have anything they would want then?
Hans' task is all that remains.
Disco's eyes slowly flutters open as she awakens. A rat stares deep into her eyes. It's literally just both its eyes staring right into your right eye as it sits on your nose.
What? What if I eat the rat too?
God damn it. I mean, you can. It's your choice.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I know.
It fastens its sharpened scissors around your nose and stares challengingly.
I'll take my good arm and pet its little head.
It releases its vice-like grip on your nose, understanding that it has found here a less terrible person.
Rat.
Details. The sausage seems quite content by this and snuggles up. Defying all laws of physics, it even begins to purr happily.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
This
By the
might
way-
be my pet now.
Are you not grabbing equipment right now, Kibbs, or what's the score?
We're gonna rest the next day and then let Disco do stuff, but we're gonna let Hans do his thing. 'Cause
Okay,
it's
so
not
now
grabbing
the-
equipment; it's grabbing a piece. So we're gonna have to decide among all of us who gets what, or who gets it. Who's the and what's even there to begin with.
All right.
So I guess now it sounds like the animal training role. Well, had to happen eventually.
Yep.
The
First-
rat is deeply confused and disturbed. It shies away from you as it seems to question, "What did you do to my brother?"
That's right. He's dead. I forgot about that.
Mangle will inform the rat that he died in the line of service, as is the duty of all good rats.
The rat has suddenly decided that it is not within his interest to ever become a good rat. It seems like a poor choice of career.
We shouldn't have been caught in the first place then.
It's true. It shouldn't. It should have committed a harakiri the moment it was caught. Just stabbed itself with the sword. Like, I choose freedom.
Do I care? No, that's not worth spending a fate point on just for that.
The rat remains intransigent, clinging itself to the back of its cage.
You will learn in time.
Actually,
Yes,
I think
yes.
it probably was worth spending a point on, but
Like the thing is, like, I don't know if we're actually going to even have combat this session.
Well, we might. Like that's why I'm getting all this stuff out of the way so that there's room.
Which
for
is
that.
why I'm not spending the fate, because it's like, okay, something that I can basically spend time on later versus in combat where it's like, oh, I should probably Should probably re-roll that.
We are having ourselves an administrative session so far, which is important every now and then as well. Yes, yes.
Yep, to get your business in order.
You get back to your abode. It is getting quite late. The rat sausage is already asleep, resting gently upon top of Disco's head, snoring heavily.
Good. Well, I assume everything is fine. Even though that's probably a bad idea.
I mean, the rat didn't report anything, so
It would be startled. At least I presume to assume as such. Or it's
Well,
literally
Disco
that
looks
bad.
like he's alive, so it's
Good.
a good start.
We'll rest for the day, and then we'll do what was it Dev wanted to do? Oh yes, no, it's what we all want to do. Derp. And then we'll
Heal.
head. And a day is like 1 wound, or wait, no. What's the accommodations? How many wounds?
You'll get back 2 here because these are nice, fluffy surroundings.
Okay, so heal up
You get all the
2.
food you need, fluffy beds.
okay. So 1 day, so 2 wounds.
Yep.
Heal.
And
Yeah,
then
I
Servants
need-
take particular care and attention to making a tiny little bed out of matchsticks and stuff for sausage.
nice.
So then I'll need 3 days of rest to get myself to full.
Same. But we all will because we took
will,
max wounds.
But we're gonna do another task today, and then we'll rest the remaining days until you're all healed. Now we're doing the last task I have in my brain that I can think of, and that's going to the armory, and I'll grab everybody to go there.
Very well. The armories are cavernous and deep and dark. There's a whole section for magical equipment, and for the Dawizar's own gear, razor-sharp axes and tall, fanciful helmets and dark iron chainmails and plate. The sergeant keeps a close eye on you as he guides you over to the more mundane sections.
Past all the nice things.
He did explicitly say
I
a
know.
mundane piece of gear.
But a mundane piece of gear is like a big upgrade for us at our
Mhm.
level.
Yeah, so the question is, who gets what?
Well, let's see what there is first.
He said up to chainmail, yes?
Yes,
Oh, so it's just armor.
up to and including chainmail.
Okie doke. Well, actually, I'm thinking that we let the melee people have armor so they can tank more for us, Disco. What do you think? Because you and I just shoot
Sure.
stuff,
Yeah.
and you got a really kick-ass gun already, and I got a stick.
Well, catch up. Your
You mean
your armor got
hands.
destroyed, right?
One of my armors got destroyed.
Yeah, so it might as well be you over me.
Oh yeah, you get a replacement gear piece. Yeah, that's good.
Because if that is the case, and with the clarification that Arch made, let me see, where is... It's in here somewhere. Just need to scroll up in the chat to find the specific thing that I would want. It would be the mail shirt.
A male shirt. A fittingly gay choice.
Well, you said you had to be exactly that piece of armor. So that is what I'm picking. It provides 2 armor explicitly to the body.
Most homosexual of you. I approve. The sergeant will hand you your male shirt, seeming almost a little disappointed.
That's fine. All right. Trappings. Male shirt. Be added.
It's all shiny and shit. All shiny and stuff. Happiness.
is.
Nobody's even still gone to see the poor captain of the guards. I think you've fallen too much for Zuvor's charms already.
He's pretty charming.
Well,
what did he
I
want?
don't think I've
We
ever
haven't
met
even
him.
talked to him yet.
Oh.
I think Kyle's the only one that's met him.
Actually, no, we all did.
he
No,
kept
he guided
dragging.
you away specifically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
He,
yeah.
we physically
it wouldn't
saw
matter
him.
if
we've
he
We only
said
seen
talked,
no,
him, but we've
because-
never actually
talked to
interacted
him.
with him.
Yep.
Only you've interacted with him.
Matter too much either way. We do need to talk to him. There.
There? What do you mean, there?
Don't worry about it. We're just adding something. Okay. So, we got the mail. Now we go talk to the captain of the guard. So head to the guard post, which I assume is where we where we sort of suspect he'd be. No, by the gate. Meet one of the guards.
Mm-hmm. Now by one of the armored gates. There are indeed guards standing around there, which you could probably get to guide you to the captain.
Sounds good. So then we head off to see the captain.
Off to see the captain. Off to see. Well, Kahamut is polishing his axe as you come in to see him. He gives you a look up at you. The furred thing finally deigns to make an appearance. I was wondering when you would show.
We were distracted by trolls and other chores that needed to be taken care of. I apologize for my delay.
Squeak. Very important to the squeak.
It is. Can't forget the squeak. Without the squeak, there's no point to live.
It really is not.
Squeak is to live.
He seems skeptical by this. As if he doesn't quite know if he should believe you. What have you and the old sorcerer been conversing about then? My agents inform me you've been in and out of his tower repeatedly.
Yeah, squeak. And I mention what's the name? I'm terrible with the name of the beast that he's interested in. The
Lamasu.
The Lamassu, right?
Yes.
All right. I mentioned the wizard is interested in a Lamassu. One that is not far from here.
All right. Gasps of shock and surprise come from the guards that guided you in there. Hamut himself stands up. A Lamassu. And you know where this thing is located.
Out of character.
We have an idea where it is.
But we don't know exactly where it is. Right?
Because the
Yeah.
dragon ogre basically told us, I want you to go here and kill this thing.
Yes. I'll just basically mention, casually that the dragon ogre we encountered had shown me the way to where it would be, or where it would likely be, Squeak. More gasps?
And I take it the sorcerer asked you to bring it to him.
Yes, Squeak.
Well. I knew he was up to something.
Something indeed. Squeak.
He cannot be allowed to acquire this thing. It would instantly solidify his position far beyond my ability to unseat. It would be viewed as a blessing from Hashut if he were to acquire one. You must kill it, then.
Killing it would be difficult. You would likely incur his wrath upon me, Squeak.
He seems to ponder this for a moment, as if your fate in all of this was an element of supreme unimportance to him.
It's of most important to Karsnicket.
It wants to live. Well, that's weird. I hadn't expected that. Perhaps it is time, then. You must do 2 things for me. You must kill the Lamassu, but before that, you will have to, since you live inside his tower, you must find me those within it. The higher the position, the better, preferably with access to the armories that can be bribed. If we are to make a move against Zafur, it will have to be an overt one. I will seize power and bring this port back to the good old days, under the great and generous views of the Watchmasters.
Make America great again.
Cancelled. Demonetized.
Nazi. Fascist.
Disavow.
So hey, don't we have access to the armory right now?
Well, we were given a tour, so we know. Well, we were introduced to the sergeant at arms.
Yes, but we still haven't chosen the equipment yet, have we?
No,
Yeah.
we did.
Okay, well, if you want to decide with this guy, we could literally be the person that this person sends in.
But first, let's finish this, because I'll let the party vote on what you guys want to do. It's up to you guys. Up to all of us, actually, because there's 4 of us. I just did math in my head. I was like, 1, 2, 4. If it ties, then I kill
Sausage
you.
has a vote.
We'll have to squeeze him to vote the correct way. Put the pressure on the sausage.
Sausage has 3/5 a vote.
He's 3/5 of Skaven.
It's true.
All right. So-
Sausage could be the determining vote in a 2-way tie.
Is there any other things this dowie does, or this spiky dowie,
Try again.
the speaky, the
No.
spooky spacker, the splicker, the spippispap?
He lays out a plan for you. Just parts of it, though. He clearly doesn't quite trust you.
Yep, of course.
That he's been working on for a while now for a general uprising across the port city. He has the guards on his side, the wall guards, but he's pretty sure that Zafur's men will side with him. And then there's the port guards. There's also the Merchants Guild. They too have a fair few guards of their own, of course.
And they're siding with him.
Well, he doesn't know. He
They're
doesn't know about the
undecided.
port guards. He doesn't know about the merchants guards, and he doesn't know what the slave population might do. Because any kind of extended conflict within the port city, and suddenly the slaves might see an opportunity to
Revolt
not
as well.
be slaves. It is unfortunate we must take such risks. I had other gambits as well. I have a connection, you see. He is puffing himself up a little bit, as if to kind of say, like, I have official support. Yes. Biden knows my name. The Lich. Yes, the Lich in the south. All the way from Zarnagrund, our capital. I have backers, but they cannot move against Zafur legally. Should he, however, be proven so weak as to be unable to maintain control over his territory, none would come outside to help him.
Most ponderous squeak.
As for your reward for a thing, I am sure Zafur has already promised you some aid. I do not have his coffers, but I am sure we could come to some arrangements of trade in the future.
Sure.
I have
Oh, good.
powerful backers after all.
Perhaps you could provide me with military support to seize control of my own lands.
he seems to ponder over this for a second. Eventually shakes his head. I would be in control of a new port city, with enemies inside and without. Military aid would be impossible. I would have to rent out most of the mercenaries in the city just to guarantee my own hold. But with trade lane open up, I am sure in time enough money could flow to support your own endeavors. Perhaps we could accommodate a increased temporary rate on slaves.
This is most beneficial. This will adequate, I think. Squeak.
Squeak.
Squack. Want me to squack at you? I'll fucking do it. Nope. Scared.
Oh, he looks at you expectantly. If you have any further questions for him.
Alright, out of character, guys. Do you guys have any further questions? Because I don't. Like, it's more or less that's his plan for seizing control. Now, we won't get...
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
If we wanted to go with him, it would require a bit more investigation because basically we are both the party and him do not know who the merchant or port guards would side if there was going to be an actual conflict.
Yes, now we
Which
actually
means
know we
they
have
would
to
want their
investigate
own things.
2 more possible leads. So, I think we'll investigate those 2 things, and then we'll head out. Or then we'll
'Cause
make the decision, and then we'll do...
I do have an idea for the merchants, which is basically we can go to them and say, hey, Zephyr's coming after you because he found out about the plaque. So if you basically want to get out of this with your skin attached, side with the guard captain.
Yes, that's assuming we want to go with the captain. We'll make that
Yes.
decision after this conversation. But does anyone have any questions for him?
well, I guess the thing is, I don't think we should do this now, but the whole deal with the plaque is that it leads to like a lost city with potential riches in it, right?
It does.
Mhm.
And this guy currently lacks the finances, he just said. So maybe what we should be doing is trying to get to that city and supply.
Well, no, because that city that he's talking
Well,
about
Dev's
is
actually...
their capital.
Dev is on the Lost City. This is what the...
No,
is
no,
on
I
the
thought he
plaque.
was talking about the backer. Okay.
So the thing
Oh,
is about
Lost
the
City.
Lost City thing. A civil war here. So what we could do is we could play the odds a little bit. We could try to get the merchants to side with the captain, and we could try to get the port guards to side with Zephyr to further divide them so that the civil war act or that might occur further weakens this port city. By weakening it, it will force Zephyr to rely on us more as better agents for him, because he won't be able to turn to anyone else. Because he'll be in such a weakened state.
That could work. The only thing
Same
I would
goes for the
caution
captain of the
is
guard.
if this city is reduced to rubble, they wouldn't be able to pay us anything.
That's true. It's a careful balance we really need to think about. But I do think, regardless, as long as they are overall weaker, we gain a lot of more power and recognition here because...
Because one thing we could do
Go ahead.
is basically, instead of trying to get the port guards to side with either side, just get them to stay out of the way.
And
Then that
get
way
the
we can
merchant to
ensure
side
that.
with somebody else.
Then that way we can just ensure that the side we want to win wins.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm imagining we can at least just argue, at least to the port guards, like, look, you guys don't really care who's in charge, because either way, you guys get paid.
Seems like Savur can give us more of what we want. This guy's like, I can't really help you with that. Can't really help you with that. I guess I could pay you a bit more.
Well, the thing is, he didn't even necessarily say that. He said a temporary increase in the rates he would get for slaves.
Whereas Zephyr is actually gonna help us.
Yes.
He flat out said, like, I have the money to do this.
Okay, so before we do anything, I'll thank the captain of the guard and I'll be like, we are going to take care of some errands or whatever. And so we just sort of exit. And now out of character, now it's time to discuss like which character, which faction. Because there's 2 big factions, and then there's 2 neutral guys who have yet to decide which side to side with. I personally think Zephyr has a better offer and would make a far more powerful ally to have a wizard on our side.
Not really sure what the guard's offering us that
The
we can't
only
get from
No,
Zephyr.
the thing is, I agree
Better
with
trade, but
Zephyr
that's
being.
about it.
I agree, Zephyr is. He offers a better deal,
What if
but
we hand the guard into Zephyr? What else can we get off him?
the caveat is, if we want to go with Zephyr, we also have to convince the Wamasu to actually come to the city.
Yes, but if we
To
do
clarify
What?
a little bit too, just to make sure everything's clear here. Basically, what Kahamut is offering is an increased price for slaves that you bring. So while Safur might give you 7 gold, he might give you 10, for example.
per slave, which is actually a big
Yes.
deal if we sell 100 slaves. So
Yeah,
long
It
term,
can potentially be a big deal.
That's what I'm saying.
Furthermore, he has a patron in Zarnagrund, the capital, but you don't know who it is or how powerful he is.
yes, so that's the mystery question.
Kahamut could either be a much weaker leader, therefore having to rely on you more, and might have to pay you more and reward you more, and other keep you on side. Alternatively, the downside could also be if his patron is too powerful.
He could just liquidate us or try to.
Yeah, and Kahamut could just be a pawn at that point. But in that case, you would also have a very powerful potential ally as well, since the Dragon Ogre told you to kill the Lama Su.
Yes, and that was going to be basically the big thing that I was going
Yeah.
to try to ask the party is, how do you think we would even be able to convince the Wamasu if we wanted to
Yes.
go with Zephyr? Because the thing
On
is,
the other hand, just again to lay everything out before you discuss, Zephyr is already in power. He has a solid position. He doesn't have any overseers, any unknown overseers outside of Zarnagrund. He has enemies, clearly, it's demonstrated by this. But he's stability. Like, he's the guy who can pay you now and can get you stuff now.
But he's
So it's
also gonna
a
help us
little bit
to
of a
go
now
for-
versus the future.
It's basically, do we want short-term benefits or potential long-term benefits?
Yes.
But taking over our rat place is also long-term benefits, and he's gonna directly help us with that.
Yep. It's really just a balance. Because if we side against Zephyr, here's what's going to happen. If we side against him, we will get the Dragon Ogres. We might please the Dragon Ogre. Pissing out the Dragon Ogre is the one thing that actually fucking makes me a little nervous. Because but he also just wants us to deal with the Lamasu. So honestly, just making it disappear might be enough to just make him placated.
it depends
he
on what
only
his
wanted-
it depends on what his actual motives are.
But it also depends on if
Thing
the
is-
wizard's
Because
in the way.
the thing that I'm
Okay.
potentially,
ahead.
sorry, go ahead, Disco.
The thing was, he didn't say we had to do it. He said if we wanted the thing, we had to do it. But Zephyrus never asked for that again. He kind of changed the quest after that. So
Well,
would
the
it
thing
piss
is,
him off if we didn't do it, or would he just be like, "Well, you can't have the
We
thing"? now?"
need the heart of Hashut to get back up the river.
Yes. So we still need the Dragon Ogre's Heart of Hashut. We might still end up we might be able to get it by just getting rid of it, or what might happen is we might have to fight him. But we might have the wizard's support in doing it by aiding him with both the civil war and by getting him his mount, basically solidifying his control. And if we rat out the captain of the guard, we might garner further favor with him. What we could do is act as a double agent. We could tell him like, "Hey, we found out about this plot, and if you give us more support, we can help you deal with it and unveil who the leaders are. We know who the captain of the guard is, but we can also unveil who the merchants are going to side with, or help the merchants side with him, or things like that." So honestly, I'm on the side of leaning towards Zephyr for the short gain benefits, because it's a very Skaven thing to do.
No, I agree. Like I said,
Short-sighted.
the big deciding factor for me is we have no idea how hard or easy it's going to be to convince the Wamasu.
Yes.
Because if the Wamasu is like, "I want you to go kill the Dragon Ogre, then I'll help you," then it's like, well, we're kind
Oh
of back to square
shit.
one. Yes, that's the thing.
Yes. But I do think we should decide on whether we want to side with Zufar, or whether we want to side with the captain of the guard, because we got to make this decision now. We can't play coy, because all it will do is it'll piss off
If we're
the
gonna
other.
side with the captain, then definitely get the merchants on his side. And
Here's the
I know I
thing.
said try to keep the port guard out of it, but
Well, hold that thought. The thing is, I'm of the opinion I want to side with Zafur, but what do you guys want to do? So my vote for
I'd
Zafur.
also just like to reiterate again too: if you don't get one side to win quickly, then the slaves become a problem.
Yes.
Which is why I was going to say, it's like, considering the slaves, if we want to side with Kahamut, we should probably actually get the port city involved. Or port guard, let's say.
we should try to
Yes.
get every faction involved because that'll help garner further support.
Well, because I think if we have back Sephora, we don't necessarily need the entire city to go
No,
against
we
the guard.
will. Because we need it to be crushed as quickly and as well as possible.
I mean, I would lean towards Sephora, but maybe we should see where the others that aren't decided might fall. Because if they're all gonna fall against us, then that could be a problem.
It's more XP just go, Just kidding. It gives more damage points. Ouchies. More ouchie bits. Yes. Alright. Well, let's go back. We know where the merchant people are, so let's deal with the merchant people first then. So
Before that, I, as the GM, will give the debate pin to Dev and tell Dev to speak because Dev wasn't speaking, and Dev
That's
needs
true.
to be brought into the light, dragged out into the light.
Deb was
Right.
quiet.
Here's what we should do. We should convince the two remaining factions to evenly balance it and make the Civil War go as long as possible.
Why?
Because then the slaves will revolt, and that'll be fun.
But that doesn't help us in getting funding to take over the Warren.
Yeah, but I'm sure we'll be able to parlor something out of it. It'll be fine.
He is the advocate of chaos. I've decided that.
Dev is the V of this campaign, yes.
Except he can actually control himself, and he doesn't actually sabotage the entire thing.
It's like the rest of the party. Should we side with Savur or Kahamut? Dev, meanwhile,
Burn.
we should side with the slaves.
I will say this, from the sounds of it so far, half the party wants to go with Sephora. I'm not as decided, and you're basically saying just cut it down the middle.
Well, you
Like,
could
I-
you could just here's the thing too. You could just make it simple and say we don't go with either. We just side with the slaves, like Dev wants.
That sounds like we don't get any backing.
Well, you could have maybe the slave army if you
Ah.
can convince them to listen to you. I guess.
Sure, it's in
Okay.
our wheelhouse as Skaven, but I think they're going to be shit.
Here's
Maybe.
what we do, all right? We find the lost city first. We use the riches of the lost city to fund a slave army, and then we overthrow them both.
That sounds like we're pissing off the entirety of the Chaos Nation, or Chaos Dwarf Nation.
Sounds good to me.
Yes,
Like Kyle
fle-
said,
a
it's a lot of
fledgling
XP.
warrant. No, that sounds absolutely
It's
terrible.
a lot of XP.
Yeah, you see, that requires you to be alive to collect on it.
All right then. So, let us go find the fucking fat little merchant and figure out where he stands, and we'll figure out where the port guards stand.
Okay. The merchants' district is once again bustling and hustling and bustling and filled with people who want things, other things, and they don't want to pay for it. None of them. None of them want to pay for it because they're all cheap, scum, scoundrels. Yes. All these words and more. Now, what was the name of the leader of the Merchants Guild, Kyle?
I'm terrible with names in real life, and so it's only going to be
The
exemplified
thing,
in here.
I wrote down what I thought you said, but I don't know if it's actually, it was
Say it.
Howizar.
Kawizar?
Kazvir. Kazvir.
Kazvir. We are off to find Kazvir, the wonderful Kazvir of
As
the market.
Veer.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Sing the song, Kyle. All of it. Entertain chat. Sing it. Sing it.
No.
Sing
Now,
it.
take me there, Barge. Take me there.
The world has stopped moving until you sing the song.
He's making progress. Stop.
Do we include the part in the original where you can see someone swinging in the background?
Yes.
Come on, progress. Let's go.
What the chat wants you to sing.
Casimir. Gib.
But the chat wants you to sing.
feel
Sausage
like
wants you to sing too.
I feel like you're putting words in the chat's mouth.
I don't think so. Chat's only given us 200 thumbs up out of 600 concurrent viewers. Chat, lazy. Chat, thumbs up. Chat, now.
Cringe. Cringe. Now,
Now.
thumbs down despite the blondie.
Thumbs up to hear Kyle sing The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
It's not going to do anything.
If they get 300, you sing.
Now, do it.
Look, sing, sing, they say. All of them.
Give me Casimir.
Fucking pathetic ass Kyle.
Give
Look, the like suddenly exploded.
Casimir. Falling asleep. I'm tired.
Why are you so difficult, Kyle?
Give
Why are
Casimir.
you so difficult? Why are
Casimir.
you so difficult?
Casimir. Casimir.
Why are you so
Casimir.
difficult? Right. Casimir.
These likes don't help me, chat.
He... like, it's almost 300.
Tell you what, 100 of you subscribe to my channel, and then we'll talk.
Hold on.
That was a joke. Don't do that. Oh god.
As death slowly takes him.
Death slowly takes him, indeed. Right. Here you go, Kyle.
What's this?
It's short.
It better not be a penis. Oh my god, it is a penis. Fucking every time. Or should I look at my
Very
pee-pee?
weird penis.
Look at my-
Kyle, look at it. It's almost 300. It's 300, Kyle. Kyle.
The likes don't help me in any way. What do I gain from this chat? Nothing. Nothing. Arch benefiting is basically a negative for me. Means I
Kyle
have
is a
less
sad,
power over him.
pathetic person. So,
Is that something you're saying?
Casimir, since Kyle is too much of a coward, he greets you once more with open arms. Ah, coward, have you come to my find abode again?
You say coward?
No.
Did he say coward?
No.
Did he say coward?
He did.
He did?
Nope.
Sounds like some disrespect.
Sounds like some combat to me, doesn't it, Disco? Doesn't it sound like
Yeah,
a
didn't hear it either.
slight against us, Disco? What do you think, Disco? Kill all of them and leave no survivors, even the babies.
Do they have babies?
How the fuck do they
Oh.
reproduce?
Magic.
That's how they reproduce. I
No.
think I know why the dwarves are declining as a civilization in this land.
Do you have a business today, then, that requires you to not sing good song?
I think character's breaking script here. I think he should restate what he was actually meaning to say.
He wants to know if you're going to follow the yellow brick road.
Hmm.
Kyle is sad.
Hmm.
He does look very expectant, though. Maybe you've come to sell him some more troll meat, but he already has enough troll meat, though.
Maybe we should talk to him
Lazy
about what you wanted to
fuck.
talk to him about.
Yes, we will. I will inquire and be like, so, what is your interest in the politics of this fine port city, Squeak? What do you think of the guards of the wall? Squeak. Eyebrows raised. Maybe wiggling
That's
or jittering.
that's a
Muscle
damn
twitching.
subtle way of approaching it, there, Kyle.
I just walk up to him like, Squeak.
You walk into a
Squeak.
soy milk bar, slam your arm on, it's like, so Trump, how good? Yes, good.
Karsnik, it does.
Yeah, after you've already told this guy that you're
Your
friends with Sophia.
We'll see what he does. Squeak, squeak, speak, squeak, speak. Sprechen Sie squeak so? Ja. Jawohl, mein Frau. Ja. I'm a Nazi squeaker now.
Well, he seems a hint taken aback at first. Well, we are all, of course, loyal servants of the sorcerer on high. Of course, of course. None would ever speak ill of him.
Squeak. Speak, squeak, speak. The speakity squeakity. He doesn't seem to be cooperating.
Kyle's gotten stuck.
I sense resistance.
I sense someone trying to figure out where your position is.
I think the climate of the politics is always changing. The wind of change, squeak. Squeak.
The wind of change squeaks, yes.
Makes wishy
Sausage
sounds.
dress ups as a lord of change on your shoulder dancing like, oh, the wind of change.
See, squeak, squeak, change, squeak.
You know, Kyle, you could sing the winds of change instead.
The Winds of Squeak by Kibbs.
The merchant seems unendingly skeptical at this. You, who just moments ago were here in the name of Safur, being like, politics, squeak. He seems quite insistent that there's nothing but loyal servants here who would never think anything untowards.
What do you see
Perhaps,
around me? What do you see
Perhaps
around me?
sending a less marked adversary might be good.
What do you see around me, Squeak? Do you see any doors, Squeak?
See, you could have just sent someone without sausage.
Just go. I'm trying to squeak at this guy. I'm trying to seduce him so I can breed him. Disco,
Okay.
are you cock blocking me?
Disco
You
delivers an irrefutable point, and Kyle's just like, shit. Didn't think
Disco's
that
like
far.
based facts, and I'm like, cringe.
Disco's gonna go make tea.
Okay, you make tea.
Send Disco to talk to the merchants, because Disco hasn't spoken today.
That's a good idea. We'll do that for the port city
Yeah.
because we're already here.
Good.
A port city, the port guard.
Port guard.
That's a good idea. I like that.
To be fair, we only talked to them once.
Squeak, squeak.
Mm-hmm.
Your colleagues have always expressed great interest in profits. What would be most profitable, you think, Squeak?
Most profitable. Yeah, he still looks very, very cautious and skeptical. Basically, this is the scene of a Jewish shop owner standing in front of a man in a fetching brown shirt going, so, what do you think about the recent elections? Oh, well, stability has always been good to us. Whatever regime was to be in power should be a strong one. Yes, with as little outside influence as possible. But most importantly would be that they could ensure trade would flow, without tariffs, of course.
Who do you think is most beneficial for removing tariffs, Squeak?
A strong ruler can get away with tariffs. Zufor has benefited greatly from these tariffs. He has earned a great amount of money. So long as a new ruler could be placed swiftly, a weaker ruler could not negotiate on as solid a ground.
Squeak. Ponderous squeaking ensues. Okay.
Hold on a second.
What?
Whose translator are we using for this conversation?
Squeak, don't ask questions, Squeak. Don't ask questions.
Probably Zufor's translator.
He's standing here while the guy's saying that. The Trent like raised eyebrows.
I'm just gonna look at him and be like,
I don't think he's
Alright.
actually here.
"What? Who is translating that? He's definitely here."
He can speak Queekish. I'm pretty sure Arch said so.
Arch.
The merchant?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you told all your plans to Zufor now. That's too bad.
The merchant, like, it was like, yes, I think there should be a change in management. Zephyr guard standing next to him.
I
To
was
be
telling
fair,
you
if
about the
you
brown
do-
shirt.
If you do want to side with Sephora, you could use this as a grounds to basically, oh, look, he's a sympathizer for your enemies. Get rid of him, and then you can basically use that to solidify the merchants under Sephora.
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll probably have to take a quick little rewind on that. Because, yes, you are right. He doesn't speak your language. So I guess
You made
Kyle
a slip
probably
up.
just bought a interpreter somewhere for like a silver. Because that makes more sense. There we go. We have retconned this.
A little bit of a retcon. A little bit of a squeak tweak. Squeak tweak.
Otherwise, it would have been a very brief revolt.
I mean, to be fair, that from what the sounds of it, that is what we want, a brief one.
All right. So, we more or less have figured out his standings out of character. He sides with more or less whoever is more beneficial, but he is a bit of a coward. Okay, Squeak. He doesn't
It's
want.
understandable. He just wants someone who's going to reduce tariffs,
Yes, so he would.
which makes him more powerful.
He would want the other guy. So, but the thing is, he seems like he's on the fence. So he's a bit of a fence sitter. He's gonna wait and see which way the wind's blowing, because he's a businessman. He's gonna go whichever looks the most profitable.
Well, he said explicitly that he wants stability.
Yes, he wants profits, stable profits.
So if we
Good
can make it a
profits.
swift one, then I don't think it would matter too much which one we go with.
Okay, so we know his thing. We will squeak away. And now we head towards the port, and then it's now Disco's turn. But Disco's not here. Disco waddled away, I'm pretty sure. Disco, you here?
To get tea.
Did she? Did she?
You might have said that she was going to get tea.
She might have.
You know what we could do is, if we're gonna side with the sorcerer, we could just dress up one of his translators as a civilian, and then just have him report back all the secrets. That actually works.
I know, but we're finding out the information beforehand, because the more we find out, the more we did all the work, the more we profit. You know what I mean?
We still did all the work because we dressed him up.
Well, now we got all the information too. All by
right.
ourselves. That way he's like more indebted to us, and he owes us more squeaky rewards. We shall endeavor to recess until Disco returns.
Endeavor to recess.
Reese's Pieces.
Recess pieces. There's still time for you to sing the song, Kyle.
Well, there is a fourth faction to talk to, isn't there?
We
Well,
still need to
Port
talk
Guards
to
and,
yeah.
the slaves.
Well, we don't gotta talk to the slaves. Not gonna do anything.
If the Civil War takes too long, they will just rise up, period.
Well, yeah, but I mean, unless we're siding with them, we should probably make it go fast. So there's no reason to talk to them unless we're actually siding with them, I think.
Yes. And from the sounds of it, no one seriously wants to side with the slaves.
Why does the chat want to punish me?
Because
Arbitrary
Gibbs wants to
reasons.
send you to talk to the port guard.
Why? Was I in the conversation?
No, you're not. But you are here now, and we're waiting. And now
Well,
that
I
you're
mean-
back, I'm sending you off to go find who's in charge of the port, and find out more about him.
Alright. Do I have any information? Was I in the conversation with the guard? I don't think I was.
There was no conversation that's happened. Nothing has happened yet. We were just
With
waiting.
the guards. I assume we're going to ask about the thing that the guard wants to do.
No, we're
Was
going
I
to
in
talk
that
to
conversation?
No, you're going to talk to the port guards. We've never talked to them before.
Okay, about what?
You're going to try to see who they're affiliated with. Do they like Zafur, or do they like Kahmut? Kahmut's the city guard dude, and you know the others.
Alright.
The headquarters of the city guards. is a large fortified structure near the dock. Now, the merchants, they have some military power. They've got a lot of guards. They've got a good relations with the mercenaries. But in absolute military potential, the city guards are the closest to the wall guards, since they have control over fully half the city's defenses. Hundreds upon hundreds of well-trained Dawi Zar warriors. The fortress is a vast one. There is guards outside, which you might wish to speak to gain entry.
Wait, I thought I was going to the port.
Yeah, port guards.
I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be doing here because I've missed the entire conversation. So
No, you didn't miss any conversation. We haven't even done anything yet. Like, all we are doing is figuring out what the port guards want to do. Or do they want to side with Zephyr, or do they want to side with the captain of the guards?
look, you just want me to go in and ask them outright.
Well, how you do it is up to you. If you want to just
But-
ask them directly, you can.
I mean, okay. I feel like I've missed an entire like out of character conversation here.
Well, no, basically what he's trying to do is just get an idea of where do the different groups stand. Because we know where the merchants stand. The only group we don't know now is the port guard.
Yeah, we know nothing about them.
Because until now, we haven't had any reason to interact with them.
And some discourse will have
By the
to
way, one
sound
thing-
them out.
No, wait, no, they wouldn't know that. Never mind. Doesn't make any sense for me to do that.
Okay, but I don't see why they would even let me in.
You have sausage.
I have sausage.
You've had sausage this whole time. The little rat I
Okay.
conjured. remember?
Basically, if you have sausage, it is the symbol that shows that you at least have Sufur's favor, which means you can get places normally you wouldn't be able to go.
Yep.
Why would I have sausage with me then if I want to find out where their loyalties are?
He's a bit slow. It's fine. Take it on faith. Sausage will open doors.
Yeah, but point being, if my task is to find out if they're loyal to Sephora, then why would I have a marker saying that I'm friends with Sephora?
No, the sausage thing isn't related to Sephora. It's related to me. It means
Yeah.
that you are connected to me.
Who is friends with Sephora?
Who they know Skaven as like double dealers. Like, we don't have a good reputation. Our race is known for lying and cheating.
What you can do, Discordia, is you can use sausage to get you in the front door, and then when you're right outside the boss's office, eat him, so that the boss won't know.
Or sausage.
Sausage will remember this.
That's okay. It'll get easier the more he does it.
Or he'll just hold a grudge, and then one time it's like, sausage, go scout. He'll just forget that there's certain people there.
That he will. It'll be a useful thing for sausage.
See, the chat's saying that I'm right. If I'm going in to find out where their loyalties are, I wouldn't take the thing in that shows that I'm loyal to Sephora.
Well, it's not loyalty to Sephora, it's loyalty to me.
Who is
Who is a Skaven? Skaven are known as double dealers. Liars and cheaters. We're not known for being trustworthy. And also, chat doesn't know what they're talking about, as usual. In fact, you should ignore them when we're playing the game.
I mean,
Disco, I'll put it this way. Arch has said that just having the summon rat will open the door. And if nothing else, you can at least trust him on that.
okay? I'll go and knock on the door with a rather confused look on my face as to why I'm being sent here.
very well. The guards let you in and inquire who you're here to see.
Boss man, squeak.
All right. And they take you to a small waiting chamber where you'll wait for a little bit, and then you are guided in to a large, remarkably cold room with a huge open window, practically just a gap in the wall leading straight down to the waves outside, where the chief of the port guards sit. He has a massive trident hung on the wall next to the giant hole. And he looks like a Dawizar who means business. He isn't even wearing his massive hat. He looks up and grunts, half welcoming, half confused. Why have you come here, then, furred stranger?
That's what I'm wondering. What scent, Squeak?
What scent?
What scent? I'm still not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be finding out.
Okay, well, I'll say it again. So, Karsnicket wants you to go find out where his loyalties lie. So, does this guy, like, is he for supporting the captain of the guard, or is he on the side of maintaining the current regime, Zafur?
Sent by whom, furred thing?
So, you could just say that you were sent by me.
Sent by Karsnik, boss rat.
Boss. Nice. I like that. I like that title. I like it a lot. You will now refer to me as Boss Rat from now on. Big Bosh.
Boss rat. I see. And what business does he have with me?
If you need me to say anything again, Disco, and remind you, I can. Just feel free to ask out of character.
Hmm. I was half listening. It was not well. My character was asleep, so he's heard rumors that certain factions may not be happy with current politics. Squeak was wondering if you had heard rumors.
Squeak.
Squeak.
It is very important to squeak at the end as well. It signifies to the party you are done speaking. It's like Desu.
Squeak.
You may say Desu as well. Doesn't want to say Desu. Being difficult. Rumors of disquietude, you say? Rumors of interest to your furred master. I can imagine what kind of rumors such would be. The extent of these rumors may be overblown by some. The port is quite happy under the reign of the current sorcerer. There is always, of course, the possibility of us being more happy. Zafur has down prioritized the value of our raiding craft for quite some years now. The loss of the heart of Hashud has been a part of this. We are not allowed to roam as far as we once would have liked, and we do not have the budget to repair our mighty warships for journeys to the north anymore. If there were to be a new leader or an old one, promising a more substantial budget or opportunities to raid, port guards would always be more than happy to consider opportunities.
I'm just gonna nod. Like very, very smart man, Squeak. Keep options open.
You may inform your boss rat of this. We might also have other, more specific businesses as well. For example, there is the matters of the merchants' quarter. The merchants have gotten quite powerful as of late. With the increase in trade, they've been able to ignore more and more of our services, moving stuff by road rather than by the river. If this were to be hindered in some mysterious way, an act of hashut, if you will, then the port guards would clearly see quite favorable upon any individuals who brings us news of these unrelated events.
Not understands. Speak.
He beckons you over to his desk and places a silver coin in your hand. A little bit of a bribe to present his point of view in an persuasive manner, for your troubles.
I'm going to quickly take that.
I added it to the pile.
It just
Oh, it's
teleports out of your hand.
No, I was
Where'd
literally
it
looking at
go?
I will
Like
note
a
out
pet.
of I will note out of character that actually does line up if we do want to side with the Dragon Ogre because he was already attacking trade caravans anyway.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to thank him profusely for his time.
Very good, very good. You will be escorted safely out of the port city guardhouse. Unmolested, unabused. Stossard standing tall upon your shoulder, feeling quite happy about this. Look, I have a personal escort. My property is being escorted around.
Well, I guess I'll head back to wherever Boss Rat is.
Now, Kyle, entertain chat for a little bit. Sing to them or discuss. I'll be right back.
Ah, look, he's gone to betray us, Disco.
So I will just tell you what he said.
What? No, Disco, you gotta fucking.
You think I couldn't remember?
I will say this. This somewhat confirms my suspicions that certain factions would basically align with what either the Dragon Ogre or presumably the Lamasu would want.
Yep.
Because basically, if we can go to Kahamut and say, yo, the port guard is willing to back you if you're willing to increase their budget. Or just give them more opportunities to raid the
Or
northern tribes.
alternatively, we could turn and rat them all out to the Great Wizard.
The thing is, from how Arch explained it, the port guard is basically half the military might of the city.
Hmm.
Yes. Which is why if we tell Zafur, we get the other half to side with Zafur. Zafur also has the elite troops. Don't forget that.
So what did the merchants say then? 'Cause I
Merchants
figured that
were-
I was getting
They're
teased.
kind of flip-flop.
They're wishy-washy. What they specifically wanted was someone who is a strong leader and someone who would reduce tariffs.
Yes. So honestly, getting their support would be pretty easy. Zafur would just have to reduce tariffs.
Well, the thing is, he's already a strong leader, so
So
like,
they'd
they're
probably be more
inclined-
inclined to
they're inclined to Safur. Whereas the port guard would be inclined towards Kahamut.
So, let's take a list of heads here. Who wants the captain? Who wants the slaves? And who wants Zafur? We'll start with Dev. Dev, what do you want?
Well, I mean, siding with the slaves is the most fun, isn't it?
It's also a great way to end the campaign quickly.
It'll
We'll
be
get-
fine.
we'll get
As
party
a
wipe if
joke
that
option,
happens.
sure, but like if we're like having like a serious like vote, I would never vote for the slaves.
Yeah, me neither. Of the other two, I don't mind, but I'm not on the
I could be
side of the
convinced.
slaves.
I can be convinced of either one. Personally, right now, I'm kind of leaning towards Kahamut a bit more.
I lean towards Safur. So Disco and Dev are now the deciding factors.
Well, if you're going to side with the sorcerer, that basically means we have to go and convince, what is it called, the Lamassu, to come back.
Yep.
Because then he will basically secure his power with that, and then we can deal with the Dragon Ogre another time. However, if we were going to side with the guard captain, that means killing the Lamassu, getting the heart, bringing the heart to the guard captain, and then having everyone turn on the sorcerer.
Yep.
But we also get the Dragon Ogre on side that way as well.
Because if
do.
we can basically tell Kahamut, it's like, hey, so long as we just kill the Lamastu, which is what he said that he indirectly wouldn't mind that it happened. He's like, oh, okay, whatever. Because he just wants more control of the city.
Mm.
So I guess it all depends on a practical level if we can take the Lamassu or not, or if we can convince it.
Which is, like I said, that for me is the big thing, which is
It
why
is the
I'm
big
kind
deciding
of,
thing.
which is why I'm leaning more towards Kahamut. Because the Dragon
Well-
Ogre, we already know what he wants, and he said, yeah, just do this and I'll give you this.
The thing is,
Well,
for me, I'm looking at the ramifications for getting the Warren. The Warren we can get with Zephyr pretty easily. Without Zephyr's support, we don't get the Warren. Not for a while, at least. It just means it'll take longer. So it's up to you guys. Short term, gain of the Warren, or long term, do it the slower way. But at the same time, it might be the easier way because that way we have the Dragon Ogre on our side.
But the thing is, if the guards do take over the sea, they might fund us our taking of the Warren. And I guess we could maybe push for that. Be like, look, if we help you take your city, then you help us take ours.
Well, they said
But
They
they flat out
wouldn't-
said they wouldn't
no,
be able to do that.
he said he couldn't do it now.
Oh yeah, no.
True.
Because what he said he would be willing to do is basically, when we do start bringing them slaves, that he
Could
would
we get him to
basically-
agree to that? We say if we help you take this city, then once you've taken it, you help us.
well, I think this all depends on how our encounter with the Lamassu goes. So I think what we should do is not decide until that
Well,
event happens.
we should somewhat decide because that will determine whether or not we're going to try to. Do we want to convince the Lamassu to go back with us? Because that's a big deal. Otherwise,
Well,
like,
well, here's the thing. Let's say we go to the Lamassu with the intention of talking to it to get it to come back.
yeah, but then we can just change our decision there.
Well, yeah, like if we horrifically fail
But do we
the
want
persuasive
the Lamassu?
rolls,
What I
Hold on.
suspect.
But we should still have an idea in mind of what outcome we
Yes.
would prefer. We can
That way
take
we
the
can
others
focus
as
for
a
that
backup
one.
if it doesn't work. But
yes, yeah, but I think we should have a positive vision of where they would both take us.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
we
Honestly-
have one on the back
But
burner.
we should decide if we want to kill it or not, because that's important.
Yeah, because honestly, what I suspect the Lamassu is going to ask us to do is just kill the Dragon Ogre.
We'll probably lose access to the. No, we won't lose the access to it because we'll just basically take.
We'll
it
just
back.
we'll take the heart from his corpse.
Not the heart.
Yep.
We'll take the map back. We now know that it's a map. So if that's the case, then we'll just kill him and take the map back.
Well,
Or scribes might be willing to talk when we defeat him. Who knows?
at the same time, like we could talk to the Lamassu, flub the roll entirely, and then the only option's combat.
Yep. The real question is, do we
And then we're
want
locked
it?
into that. And then we're locked into that path, basically.
Yes, but the thing is, it does matter because we need to decide now. Like, regardless. Because if we want the Lamassu to live, then we need to decide now, because otherwise, why are we trying to convince it if we want it to be dead? Like, Disco's right about that. So, how many of you want to side with the captain of the guard?
Like I said, I'm inclined towards the guard
So
captain.
say, I
although-
want the captain of the guard. Just say it. I don't care if you're inclined. That's what you want.
see, I wanted Zephyr, but now that the port people are willing to get involved, it's more likely that we can get the guard to just take over the city and then get what we want from him quickly.
Like if you just want like hard yes or no for
Yes.
guard captain, then fine, I am with the captain.
One for the captain. Disco, you with the captain?
I don't know.
Disco!
I am entirely neutral.
I was with Sephora and then it wasn't.
Because that makes basically Disco and Dev the deciding factor. Because I want Sephora because I want the warrant quicker. But again, I want it to be the party's vote because I don't want to just be like, we're doing this and it's my way to highway. Because that's not fun.
What does Sausage want?
Sausage doesn't want anything because he keeps getting digested.
Sausage clearly wants Safur, because it was Safur's servants who made him a little bed.
It's technically true.
Well, I'm neutral. I'm in the middle. I'll just go with what you guys go with.
You indecisive you little neutral fuck.
Okay,
You
fine.
could
I'm with the
s-
slaves. I'm with the slaves. There.
It's
There you
still a
go.
neutral option, but okay, whatever. At least
Technically, it's a throwaway vote now. It's not neutral.
it's a throwaway vote. He would typical Dev. Leave it to Dev to do the throwaway.
Okay, so Disco, it sounds like you're the deciding factor because Dev
You're the
is like,
deciding
fine.
vote. All the pressure, Disco. Feel the pressure. The weight of the world weighs upon you. Literally, you're going
You know
to
what?
shape
Let's
the
go with the
campaign.
god.
Oh my god, Dev, why do I have a Disco now? All this shit I've done. No, kidding.
Tough.
I'm fucking
That's
with you.
fine.
Sausage looks up at you with an appearance of absolute disappointment.
The
I'm
treachery. I know.
gonna scratch under his chin.
All right, the captain it
He's
is. We
still moping.
have decided the captain is the true
He's okay, squeak, squeak.
savior. Search.
Sounds like now we need to talk to the the merchants again and tell them what Zafur had in mind.
That does make this city weaker, though, if you want to attack it later, because they don't have a powerful wizard. So that's one thing. Just thinking, ahead. All right, so.
Oh,
Because if we go to the merchants and basically say, hey, look, the wall guard and the port guard are willing to have a
I'd say now
rearrangement.
we report back to Hamut, right? Is it what's his name again?
Hamut is the wall guard captain.
Oh, that's his name? I thought I mispronounced it. All right, then
You did.
now we head back to Hamut because we made it. We made a big decision. Disco has literally shaped the future of the campaign. If anything bad happens, she takes all the blame. If anything good happens, I get the credit because I allowed this to happen. Now, let's waddle our fat rat asses over there. No, usual.
Yep. Because all, like he said, well, the guard cap, or no, not the guard, the port captain, all he said is like, look, if you're willing to increase our budget and or give more opportunities for raiding, then he's down for it.
Yes, so we need to give him the information so he has the advantage.
They can start making inroads.
Or we can do quests for him or something stupid. So we can kill something, okay? We'll stab it. So, waddle.
I mean,
Waddle. Shh. We waddled there. What happened?
Okay, you can request another meeting with Kahamut.
It's Kahamut. And you lied to me.
You did?
I said Kahamut.
No, you didn't. You said Hamut.
I said Kahamut.
No, you didn't. Don't lie to me. Now, whatever. We're moving past this, liar.
Whatever you say, you don't pay attention.
Now, as I approach Kahamut, I inform him that the merchants, their desire is trade, squeak. They wish to lessen the trade, squeak. And then I also
I
then
mean, lessen the tariffs.
the tariffs, not lessen the trade. That's retarded.
Lessen the trade.
That's a mistake.
Pretty shitty merchant, actually, now
He's
that I
like-
think
he's
about
like,
it, really.
"Oh, okay. Okay.
They want less trade to make less money to become weaker. All right.
And the port squeak wants to do more raiding, squeak. Yeah, squeak. And then now what does he do? I squeaked annoyingly at him. Is he dead yet?
Okay.
Okay.
A nice and half-hearted briefing there.
That might be retarded.
We know.
Yes, you might be.
we know.
Thanks.
You bring me conflicting advice. I cannot possibly lessen tariffs if I am to pay for the upkeep of the port guard's warships.
The question
If I am not to allow them to raid, the tariffs would go into their pockets. I'm going to need a lot of money to rebuild this city. Cancellation of tariffs is unlikely.
do you propose that the merchants are a potential threat to our great plan, Squeak?
If the port guard could be brought into line, I see no reason why we would need the merchants.
They are weak, Squeak.
Mango would like to interject and remind Karsniket that Zafur wanted to punish the merchants for trying to translate the plaque. If we convince them that Zafur wanted to attack the merchants, out of fear they may side with the guard.
Or we
Clever,
let
Squeak.
him.
They may
let
not
him
like
set them
it,
on
but-
fire.
They may not like it, but better alive than dead. Yes, yes.
Now what's the voodoo?
Oh. Or we just let Zafur set them on fire.
Then they're not a threat either
Problem
way.
solved.
They're dead.
I mean, realistically, it's just 2 merchants, but it's the principle of the matter that Zafur is willing to go after them.
It
Two-
might be
two
easy to
merchants. Could we
persuade them.
fan flames a little more?
We can. We
Get
can.
neighbors?
Because the thing is, now you basically have, ideally, 2 factions that are willing to side against Zafur. And the thing is, if you remember, that the merchants wanted was a strong leader. And so if there's a unified city, then he's a relatively strong, in a
Yes, we can
relatively strong
basically
position.
tell the merchants that the captain of the guard has the backing of pretty much everybody except the wizard, and that it might be more effective to be friends with the new leadership. So, then let's go back into character. It might be easy to convince the merchants after all, Squeak, for you see, we unveiled this dwarven plaque the Dowie plaque we found, and it proved to be of great value, leading to a mysterious Karak. And then I say the name of the Karak because my brain does not remember these words.
Did I write down the name? I might not have.
what's the
Well, it's truly a sad thing. It's Karak Blag.
Karak Black? Believe we found the location to it. Now, with this information, Zafur was very mad. He killed and disappeared 2 merchants. The merchants will perhaps be afraid and may be easily coerced into a more stable and strong leadership.
The merchants are irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. They will pay the increased tariffs. And if what you say is true, perhaps we shall not have them at all. There may be replacement merchants. Plenty would be happy to serve within my new great city. If we have the port guard and the wall guards, what do we need them for? No, but this Karak you speak of, that is most interesting.
Yes, Squeak. Right now, the 4 scribes are now translating this plaque. So when we seize power, it must be important that we ensure the scribes live, so that we may pry the information from them.
Live temporarily, perhaps. My patron will find that news of great interest. It may even be enough to entice him from his tower in Zarnagrun to come here in person.
This will be of great interest mutually to both parties.
Yes, I'm sure it will. He smiles to himself. But have you found an interested party inside of Zafur's tower? One that could let us in to be bribed?
That remains to be seen. We have only just recently acquired information about the merchants and the port guards. That is our next quest before we, shall we say, deal with the creature that Zafur seeks and gain the favor of the Dragon Ogre.
Here's the thing, Kibbs. It could be us.
Well, it could be
The
us.
thing is, he's wanting like actual like Dowie.
No, he wants
in.
he wants a guard to basically let them into the armory so they can
Yeah,
take
he-
the powerful weapons.
Yeah, he wants the sergeant at arms basically.
Hmm. We couldn't. You couldn't somehow. We still have one free ticket in there. We couldn't somehow use that to our
We
advantage?
already took the item.
Oh, did we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Gosh, I
basically
didn't notice.
we forgo picking what it was until we did other shit. And then once we did that, it's like, okay, well, it was either you or me, and then you said, okay, I'll just take it. So I did.
Right. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You must also, as swiftly as possible, go to kill the Lama Su. If Safu requires that, it will not matter if I have the entire city on my side. The Lama Su is a monstrously powerful magical creature. I have seen it lay waste to entire armies commanded by a capable sorcerer. It must be assassinated.
Do not worry about the llamas. We will dispose of that with ease, as we always do. That is of no consequence.
Mango thinks back to the three trolls, and it's like,
How are we gonna do this, by the way? If it can lay waste to armies?
Karsnikit does not care. Karsnikit just makes shit happen.
Well,
Karsnikit is
hold on.
basically doing Karsnikit's doing what Skaven do, which is basically promising the moon and the stars.
Yes, I'm basically self-inflating to basically to increase our worth and value.
Well, if we
Basil
can
just looks
talk
at
to
his
it.
arm.
It's all floppy. No, it's not floppy anymore.
Well, I have an idea. I have an idea. Would this guy be interested in having the Lama Su for himself if we could convince it?
I don't
He's
know.
not strong enough to deal with the llamas.
Yeah, I was gonna
The
say,
Yeah,
from
he's a
llamas
my-
powerful
is-
wizard.
From my understanding, like only magic users can really quote unquote tame them.
Yes,
and
it's
he's
a
not-
partnership,
he's-
essentially.
He's not a mage at all.
Okay.
Can we make Kyle do it? He has some
That's
magic.
true. 'Cause you are a magic user.
That would
If
be
we,
funny.
if we
I
like
have
squeeze
decided-
him real hard.
I've decided I will take over the port city.
I've decided I will become God. Mm.
What if we feed him a couple of warp tokens and then point him in that direction?
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Okay, sure. If we can convince the Lamasu to serve us, well, it's probably just gonna laugh at us when we say that. Like,
It probably would,
I
'cause
am your new master, Squeak.
Yeah, I doubt it has a high opinion of Skaven. but yes,
Actually,
it
you know,
would-
we could beat it into submission. That's not actually a terrible idea. We might need to spend some gold on some bigger shackles, though.
specifically, if I remember right, if I remember right, these super good shackles are like 5 or 10 gold.
Yeah, and those are for like little tiny wrists, not giant fucking.
No,
cankles.
if I remember right, Arch said like those could even potentially be used to like shackle like what was it, trolls or ogres, right, Arch?
Yes, massive creatures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have an awful plan. I hate it, and we're gonna go.
I also like how you were like, okay, well, we don't want to fight the dragon because that'll be tough. Lama Su will be so much worse.
The dragon ogre's scary because it's got a big bonky bonk bit. I don't want to get bonky bonked. Nobody wants to be bonky.
Yeah, apparently our party is scared of the bonky bonks, but the slashies and the fire and whatever else can spit is fine.
The hellfire.
I would just like to point out that the Lama Su's enemy icon, it doesn't have a weapon on it. Because it doesn't bloody need one.
This is none of your concern anymore. We will be assuming direct control. Now, we will kill it. We will persuade it. We will enslave it. We will die to it. One of those 4 options will happen, and that's just gonna how the campaign's gonna go.
Well, how many bitcoins does it have?
Perhaps we can persuade the guard to relinquish a few guards. I will then say squeak, and I'll be like, maybe we need some military aid with the Lamasu to guarantee a swift death. Squeak?
He responds thusly.
I laugh at that.
Are we all just gonna laugh?
Apparently, we're all gonna play it off as a joke.
I know no one I hate enough to do that. Pure suicide. I need all my men, thank you, for taking over the city.
Okie dokie. Well, we have our answer. So, is there anything further we need to add to this god-awful plan?
I mean, what's his name? He wanted us to capture it. He doesn't know he doesn't know we're planning on going against him yet. We could go and ask him how he would advise capturing it, because if
Yeah,
we
that's
can
true.
subdue it,
The guard ain't gonna know shit about that because
yeah, but
Zephyr's gonna-
Zephyr would, and if he thinks we're gonna help him, he might advise us or even offer us
Yeah.
some tools.
Yes. Okie dokie. We will deal with the Lamassu. Now you just do your job. We leave Squeak. And now, off to the tower. The 7777777 flights of stairs.
The 13 sevens, something like that. I was a lot more than that. All right.
Another 7.
The stupid amount of
Zafur
sevens there.
looks up from his book again, sighs a bit heavily. You know, it's usually quite difficult to get into my office.
Funny, Squeak. Now, we are about to head out soon after a couple more days rest, and we are going to deal with the Lamassu. Do you have any knowledge that you can impart upon us that will aid us in this endeavor? Or tools, perhaps? Squeak.
Your best tool would be me. The Lamazus were created from the old Dawi Zar by the blessing of our god Hashut. They are creatures of pure magic, which will always wish to seek out powerful sorcerers. Mention my name to it, and it will judge my worth. If it finds me worthy, it will come with you, as it will have found a partner. If it judges me to be unworthy, I shall simply transform into stone.
Sounds good, Squeak.
Wait, what happens after you transform into stone?
I
He's
guess
dead.
the
It sounds like he becomes
captain-
stone. It sounds like it actually solves all our problems.
The
We
guard
can-
captain
That's
becomes a much better option.
That's a 50-50, though.
That's 50-50. He's a hell of a lot more confident than that.
Listen, guys.
Zafur is a very powerful sorcerer.
Kib is now smarter than Zephyr. Kib has understood that.
Basically, let me put this in a way that even a Kyle might understand.
Shut up,
It's like a supermodel saying, I'm pretty sure this fat guy will want to fuck me. And I'm willing to bet myself being turned into stone on that fact. No, that was too highbrow for Kyle. Okay, sorry. Let me try and go lower.
No. Now, what we could do is do that. Yes, I think I know what to do. Now, we are off to rest for the remaining days, so everybody heal up your wounds, and then we head out. Wait, buy rations, Disco.
Mhm. One thing we could potentially do, if
rations?
you're willing to spend a bit of gold, is the destroyed shirt. It is normal, or in the items it's worth 6 gold, but Arch made a little note when he gave it to us that because he himself gave it to us, we can give it to a armorer to basically repair at half cost, which would be 3
you
gold.
do that. Disco will get rations, so check how many rations do we have in the inventory?
13.
We have 13?
Yes.
I'd say get 7 more, so we have 20. We have a ton of money.
And there are 50 copper each.
You want to try and sell the urns as well? We have 3 empty urns.
We might as well get rid of them.
Yeah.
Remember, the only point of noting the urns is the urns were holding gold. Or
Yeah, we still
silver,
have
actually.
urns though.
There's still pottery.
Yeah.
Where is all your money gonna lie?
In bags, apparently.
In bags.
Tell me.
Bags. The sorcerer does also give you some basic instruction. He grabs you by the scruff of your filthy little neck as you're like, okay, woof. Waffles off. Like, hold on. You were asking for advice, weren't you?
Oh
Idiot.
yeah, sure. Squeak.
So he tells you a little bit of what the Lamasu could do from ancient legends. He can magic forth shields to protect itself, made out of solid gold, no less.
Weak metal.
Which will give it a ton of extra armor. It can make your blood burst and boil just by looking at you. And it can summon hordes of fireballs as well. Some legends also say that it's able to turn fire into fireier fire. It can turn fire into napalm, basically. If you're already on fire, the Lamassu will make sure you don't stop. Ever.
Gibbs is now wise and intelligent. Squeak.
Squeak. Now, give away 3 of your gold coins to fix the shirt, and then buy your rations. Yes. Good.
Rations.
Good.
Okay. And then with this, Dev, you would actually now also have a mail shirt as well.
Sounds good. So I have to reveal something, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. I mean, usually between now and 20 minutes from now, I usually have to go, and I do have to go. However, my headphones are also dying.
Oh.
I was going to end it now anyway, because we were done planning, and we don't have enough time for a combat encounter anyways.
God damn it.
As the batteries on my headphones die, you guys get quieter and quieter. So
okay, so we can basically remove the mail shirt, and you can add that to
Okay,
your.
well, let's get everything
Trappist.
done so we can get like right out the door. So heal up all your wounds.
they're all healed up.
Okay. Reset your fate points.
Reset. Yep.
Good. Disco, did you add the rations to the inventory?
Yep.
Good. Did you repair the mailed shirt hands?
Well, Arch said that just reduce the gold, which I did. So Dev now has it.
Okay, now Deb put the
So
mail shirt
we no
on.
longer have the destroyed mail shirt.
So I have a full leather armor set. Am I just wearing
Yes, you
mail
can
on
add
top
it.
of it?
Add
Yes, the mail goes on top. But
Okay, how do I do that on the paper doll?
What I've been doing is I've just been, if you go to the combat, the hit location and armor, I've just been adding it all up and just mentally keeping track of which piece of armor I'm keeping on top.
Okay, so chainmail. How much does chainmail add anyway?
2 to the body.
2 to the body, so I have 3 then because it's layered.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right.
Just keep in mind if your armor, or if the top armor gets destroyed, that means, and it hits the body, that means the chain goes.
We don't have the plaque anymore, do we? We gave that.
That is with Zafur.
And the scribes.
Yes.
Yep.
They're no longer carrying it.
Correct.
And what are we doing with the urns?
I mean, we were given a price, so I'm assuming we're just keeping them to keep our money and then.
Oh, I didn't hear the price. Sorry, what was the price?
No,
It's
that's what I'm
the-
saying. We
We
were
own it now. They're your urns. They're like
Well-
the little thing I give to you to keep the money in, to make it
Well-
sound better. And you're like, but I want to sell it. No.
Yeah,
No, it's
sell
an
it.
ephemeral item. View it like the ones in Diablo you just shatter, you savage barbarian.
So hold on. There's no one in this town who wants to buy urns.
Probably not.
Here's the
Why-
thing, Dev.
why?
From the sounds of it, they're not going to be really worth it. So just keep the urns,
It's like 20 copper a piece or something.
probably.
Something like that.
Insubstantial, or not insubstantial, but inconsequential.
You know what we should, okay, you know what we should do? At some point, we should fill the urns with oil and then use them as bombs or something. Like light them on fire and throw them.
I mean, we could.
Are we still carrying the paralyzed goblin around?
Yes.
We should use him as rations.
That's honestly what I was going to say.
Do
Just use
something
them as
with him,
rations.
because now we're literally just carrying him around.
He can say it's like, but you promised, and we can say, but we're Skaven.
We're hungry.
You tried to run away.
Yeah, he broke the deal, which means
we can
our
definitely
way
use
is
them
off.
as a diversion.
I mean, I wouldn't care if he broke the deal now. He's dying.
Yes.
Wait, should that be the last thing we do? Yeah, let's like cut him up as we end the stream.
we all
Well,
go
let's
to
not-
the
no,
dinner
let's not
table
kill
and
him
just
yet.
eat him.
No, why not?
We'll keep-
Otherwise, we'll forget about him.
I'm not forgetting about him. I'm sure at some point we're gonna have like some situation where we'll need a human shield and we'll use them.
What?
Are
We're
we
not
gonna
keep
drag
around?
him around?
He's more of a chore, anyways, and he's also a threat.
Yeah, because Dev,
And we have to
keep in,
feed him too.
yeah, no,
Well,
Yeah,
Dev,
he's
keep in
eating our
mind
food.
he
Sorry,
is
I must
costing us.
interject. I can't hear any of you. My headphones are now 100% gone.
This
so
is an excuse.
see you later.
You traitor. No.
Sorry.
You're not sorry, you lying, you little shit.
Okay.
He's
Now he's
literally-
not here to object.
He is
we
literally
sell the
causing
thing.
So
us
Disco.
to consume more food. So
Disco, you get the honors. Please cut him up for me.
I mean, we're Skaven, and he's a cripple. I think our natural tools can be used to dispatch him.
Dispatch. No. No, slow.
I mean, I think Hans had some plans for him that involved screaming.
Oh yeah, hands. Have a
Yeah.
go. Have a go.
Okay.
Have at it.
Just gonna gesture
Hold
to
on,
Mango
where-
like, have at.
Where is
Have at it.
torture a basic skill? It's probably fucking advanced doing this game.
Improvise.
Hmm.
I'll show
Hey, since
fan
we're
art
just
at the
killing him,
end.
I guess Mangle at this point will just finally have enough of it, and with Karsnicket's go ahead, he will just torture this poor fucking thing until it's dead. Because I'm not seeing torture in the basic skill set, otherwise I would use that.
Seems assholeish.
We're Skaven,
mean-
we're assholes.
True.
Yes.
You're not very good at torture.
No,
the
we're not.
The goblin expires quickly as you figure, let me just torture it by crushing its skull. Crack.
You see, here's my in-game reason for why I'm going to be eventually increasing it. Because that was bad. Don't do that next time.
Questions arise. Many questions. Right. Now, I need to actually go in here, and I need to write down the fucking Lamasude's abilities, because never in my wildest fucking dream did I figured you'd take on that one. So, that'll be fun.
So guys, what you need to do is just
Many things.
make sure I can get close to it. We'll just use snare.
Look, you
You'll have
the
some
wrong
bullshit
idea.
ability.
We
Alright,
tell
we're gonna
him.
need to get you a big bit of rope, I think.
We tell him it's hey Zafur, and he'll be like, okay, bro, I'm following you. I'm like, okay, follow me. Little
Honestly,
dude. And then
the
we
best
waddle.
case,
Be quiet, hands. And then we waddle to the Dragon Ogre, and then the fucking Dragon Ogre's like, what the fuck? And then we're like, kill the Dragon Ogre. And it's like, Lamau, okay. And then it's wounded, and then we kill it afterwards.
the
and then we
best
get the
case
Heartstone.
scenario,
And we killed the Lamasu.
the best case scenario I would honestly see is the Lamasu wants to go to meet Safur,
Yep, we take him to
finds
the Dragon Ogre
Safur
on the way.
wanting, and then basically turns him into stone and says, "This place is boring. Now I'm leaving." That's what
No,
I see being the
We're
best
not gonna
case
let it
scenario.
get that close. We're gonna take it to the Dragon Ogre and then let the fight ensue. It'll be
So
like,
you're saying just tell the Lamasu, "Hey,
It's
the
gonna
Dragon
be-
Ogre wants you dead."
listen, it's gonna be no, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna walk into it like it's like we don't even know about it, and then we're just gonna sit there, and then I'm gonna say, "Let them fight," and then Arch will just cringe because like it's
That
a
sounds
Godzilla
dumb.
reference, and he'll just be
Not just
sitting
a
there.
Godzilla reference, a new Godzilla
He'll
reference.
be sitting there
even worse.
cringing in his chair like, I love it like yes.
Fair warning, if you want to try and trick the Lamasu, you are absolutely allowed to do so. It does have an intelligence of 80.
We must hope that it rolls super low. If not, then we engage in Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
This is the plan we're going with. We're going on to pray to the RNG gods that they're cruel to Arch and they're favorable to us. They have been cruel to us in the past, but I think it's time for them to enjoy the blondie.
You know, I'm kind of thinking it'd be better off if you go for the fucking slave revolt.
No. That's too easy. We need to go for the hard option. Right, Disco?
Sure.
Disco doesn't sound very convinced. She's starting to lose faith in my plan. Ants, support me.
Why?
Betrayed. Not once, but twice. And not just but twice, but thrice. Because Dev.
There we are. That's more like it. That's more like it. Like it.
It's time to open up the fan arts real quick.
And I am going to read some super chats. Yes, of going to read some super chats. I'm going to chats and go through them for happy noises. Yes, this is what is to be done now, Kyle. Don't try to stop me, you evil little
No,
shit.
I'm going to. We're looking at fan art, so I'm starting with starting from the old ones that we got the other day. So here's some drawings from Human Signature. I'm not sure which rat that's supposed to be. That might be. That might be Dev. No, it might be Hans. Maybe Dev. Looks like Dev.
Hi.
I'm not sure what he's doing though.
You're awful. 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 Now,
Hold on, the next one.
Draconis
quiet.
Wolflord.
Fan
Betray
art's on one
filthy
board.
harbour master. Yes, yes. Get much golder weapon. There is much to gain for Skaven. Yes, yes. Also, convincing is way better than killing. Kibbs should sing Toss a Coin to Your Skaven. Disco Best Rat with Great Kitty.
Very generous.
Yes.
Now there's another fan art. This is
It's Chris
I knew
Best
best leader. Yes, yes. This is from Hans. Treason. And the last fan art. Karsnicket finds something in the armory he wants. Apparently I want some Legos, or a Lego knockoff of Africa Core.
You're a Nazi. Stop it.
There.
Titus Macarius, you forget that the sorcerer would help you kill the Dragon Ogre with his army if you help him. They did forget that. It's fine. They're slow. Glowy say, as the Lamassu is killing you guys, if you have the chance, rat out Captain of Guard and Dragon Ogre as wanting to kill it. Beg for your life and offer to help kill them. One of you may survive. I told myself before I started this campaign that I would cut down on the hints, and I have been cutting down on the hints, unless directly prompted for them. As in the case of Ketchup asking the guard, and the guard's like, dude, just invoke my boss's name, man.
You mean Hans, and that's not what you said that he said. He just
I
said,
did, though.
mention status. And the thing is,
Yes.
Mangle is not that high, even in Skaven society.
No, but status. It's like you have status. You live in Sufor's palace. You have status. But that was what he was trying to get at. So I've been trying to cut down on the hints. I have. I really have. But boy, it will be interesting. That will be interesting. The fucking Lamassu. I'm glad I had an enemy token made for it. Glowy as Lamassu mounts Kibbs. He looks at Hans boiling his blood while burning Dev with superfire. Disco stares at situation dumbfounded even though it was her idea, then runs off. That
Wasn't
is
my
true.
idea.
Yes,
Yes, it
Anything-
was Disco.
If anything, I was the one who was actually advocating for killing the Lamassu first.
Yeah.
No. This is
No,
Disco.
Disco. Hans was
Whatever
advocating
happens
it. I
after
was
this.
on the fence.
That's true.
This
Disco
is
was on
Disco's
the
fault.
fence. But I do
No,
like
No,
Lego
that
Disco.
was the thing. Disco had the
Advocating
deciding
for it.
vote, and Disco
Don't
said,
be changing history
let's go with
now.
it.
Get him,
Don't
Disco.
be
Get him.
changing history now. Hans was
It's
the one who's
the
advocating
truth,
from
though.
the word go.
That's right, Disco. Lay into him. Sick him.
It's the
Bad
truth, though.
Bad Blondie. I
It
was on
is
the
the
fence,
truth.
and then when
It was
pressed,
Disco's
I just
idea.
want
And
to
so
rant.
everything that happens,
It's Hans'
Disco.
fault. Yes, well done.
Lord of the Gay says, don't be mean to... What's that? Catch up? It's written wrong. It's written weird. Hans. Like, that's a straight... Oh, Hans Ketchup. I see. There you go. Don't be mean to Hans Ketchup. Yes. Boag says, just admit Kibbs is your favorite VTuber. See, Kibbs is a faggot when it comes to that. Like, he's practically a VTuber.
No.
He's like, I just want to use my icon because in real life, I'm fat and short and bald. Like, okay. But then
Not
just to get an
bald.
actual anime girl?
And I'm not
Just
short
get an
either.
actual anime girl, Kyle.
Look,
Stop pretending.
the thing is, Blondie, when I first met Blondie, he was like, I don't think I should show off my face because that would make me egocentric. And that's just weird because I don't want people to know my face. And then later he's
Never
like,
said that.
and then after like a few
that
months,
does
he
not sound
he
like
meets-
words that have ever
he
existed. My
meets
mouth.
Sargon, and Sargon basically records him and then uploads it. So that's his first face reveal on Sargon's channel. And then Archer's like, well, I might as well just show people my blonde little face. And so he's like, little Blondie every time in the time.
Loud lying noises. Insistent lying noises that will be punished.
Because before then, The Archmarine was what you used to actually have.
Yeah, but that's copyright. And yes, Kyle is a VTuber. That is correct, Boa. Good boy.
Oh, bad.
Arch is a Necron. I knew it, says AK. Drag B. Hi to the anarchist, anti-vac, ANCAP cat trap. Yes, that is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it here first. He is indeed anti-vac.
These titles, Disco, just keep growing. Weird.
Kyle opens his mouth too often, and everything that comes out is just... It's like, I don't think we should trust the vaccine. Like,
I
Kyle,
get a lot
stop
of people
saying
that
that on
say that
YouTube.
Kibbs is super based and squeak-pilled. Okay?
Lord of the Gay says, Hans is best girl. Ketchup, you will not have to live life alone. There is a man out there for you.
There is. Eagerly.
It's a shame I'm not a
awaiting.
faggot like Kibbs.
Ketchup, don't
don't
be
know about
mad.
that.
Oh, he's mad. Oh. Ketchup.
Now look at you trying to deflect from your faggotry. Yes, I know.
Oh, he is mad. Take a chill, Ketchup. Breathe, Ketchup.
Don't be
Breathe
a faggot.
in.
Don't be a faggot.
Breathe
I know you want
out.
to be. I know you want to be a faggot. It's your
And
natural
Kyle
He's
is
state.
a
aggressive.
He is aggressive. He gets really mad. He's so easy to bait, too. You should have seen the drunk stream. Oh my god.
He kept shooting me, and he was like, "It's your fault. You got in the way." And I'm like, "What the
didn't
hell,
sh-
man? I
didn't
just
shoot
spawned."
you. I didn't shoot you.
Disco shouldn't get in the way all the time. And the worst part is, when somebody gets in the way of Disco, even for a second, she fucking burns their face off with her torch. And like, why are you standing there? But when somebody accidentally pumps a few rounds of 7.76 in her
Torch? I
face,
don't have a
she
torch.
whinges and
Bring the
whines.
barrel
Don't
trouble.
worry.
I should
Arch
have
will,
a torch.
Arch, you'll get to experience this Friday for the Halo 3 drunk stream. It'll be
And
great.
Arch,
I
you
will
keep
kill
shooting me in the
you.
ass.
You
And like
shot your
every
ass.
game,
No.
yes.
It's never happened. You lying swine. AK says wrong. Franklin is best girl, and this then creates the super chat slap fight as Lord of the Gay comes back to say, "Listen here, AK, you are wrong. Hans is best girl." And Yodosuya say, I mean, Hans Ketchup is a light drinker. That is true. He is a pathetic lightweight.
For Ketchup.
And that's rich coming from someone who doesn't even drink, but okay.
Yeah.
Ketchup is
So you have no
mad.
evidence to base any assumptions on.
For all
Huh.
you know, he's gonna pull out the vodka and he's gonna be like glug glug glug.
Yeah, for all you know.
But you wouldn't.
Lightweight.
Oh my god, so Ketchup showed up to the stream late and he's like, I'm gonna play Ketchup. So he drank up a lot of alcohol and then he just disappeared. After an hour
Like an
of being
hour
on
later,
the
he's
stream,
like, "I don't feel so good."
he's like, I'm gonna go get water, and he's like, he didn't
No,
come
because
back.
it was about 1 a.m. that I did that.
And then like
And
later
eventually he
he's
just
like,
sends a message like a pressed on my bed. I'm that way. Pussy.
Shit,
All right, then you drink some, Arch. Go ahead.
Oh, him a vagina. That was all he wrote.
No, go ahead. You drink some.
Right after the infamous words, I will never leave the closet.
That's true. He has
It's
said
true.
that he is in the closet and that he will not leave the closet.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, Lord of the Gay will be in there with you.
He's
Yeah,
so
I like
easy to
it.
persuade when he's drunk too. I'm not coming out of
Luke
the closet.
Jones says, good choice, Arch. Corona is best dog. This is correct. And she's not as not loud. Oh, God. Lots of them. Lots of them.
Keep reading, boy.
Right. Lord of the Gay says, Hans, please be my little kitten. Kissy face.
Oh,
No.
don't be
Why not?
rude.
Yeah, don't be rude.
Be his little kitten.
Be it.
Why don't you take Kibbs? He's more loose.
See?
He is.
He is a
But
cat.
that's not what
Look
you
at how
want. though.
grumpy he is,
If you
Disco. Holy
want a little
shit.
bit of butt sex, you don't want Kibbs who's been used and abused before. You want tight virgin Jew. Yeah.
Ketchup.
Yeah.
What do you think, Disco?
Nah, you want Kibbs.
Slap ketchup cheeks?
No.
What do you mean no? That's not the right answer,
Disco,
Disco.
I
take the
don't
opportunity.
want to
We're
clap
sexually
You don't
harassing
need-
someone else now.
You don't
Get
need
on
to
I
it.
clap.
don't want to clap his cheeks.
Listen, Disco, you don't have to clap his cheeks, okay? Others will clap it for you.
If you don't join in, we'll start bringing up the cowbells again.
Not the cowbell. Not the
Not cowbell. That was a mistake.
It wasn't even a mistake on my part.
Uh-oh, here we
Kyle
go.
literally
Here
fucking
we
made it up.
And it's
There you go.
stuck.
It just spilled out of Kyle's mouth, and everyone's like gonna just start repeating bestiality now. It's like, yay, good job, Kyle.
You're welcome.
Disco has an avowed fetish for that. It's
You have kind of projected your weird fantasies onto me, and it's strange.
Bit
Indeed,
disturbing.
stupid.
And it was during an EDF stream where we were discussing this, and Disco was suddenly like, I like cows. And then we
No,
started
I
hearing
wasn't.
cowbells.
Yeah,
Like,
you're lying
ding,
again.
ding, ding,
You're
ding.
lying again.
Okay, here's what actually happened.
Just making
So,
things up.
Disco is sitting there, and we're like, yes, cat girls are pretty great. And we're like, Disco, do you like cat boys? And she's like, I'm not going to answer that because that's degenerate. And we're like, okay, if you're going to play hard to get, then we're just going to figure out what you like for you. And that's
And then the
basically
cowbells happened.
that's basically the origin story of the Minotaur thing.
Ding, 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 ding.
There was no
It was beautiful.
bell. Or was there a bell? Disco, was there a bell? I don't remember.
There was a bell. She tried to play the Game of Thrones bell for us, and we turned that on.
Oh,
her.
the bell of shame.
Yes,
'Cause
she
was
tried
saying-
that.
You're
That was
saying
a
the
bad
bell
idea.
of shame. Yeah.
I'm going to point out the chat has a fantastic comment. Ketchup is so far in the closet, his postal code is Narnia.
Terrible
was
fantasy
what I was
setting,
going.
but go ahead.
Ketchup,
That
don't get
one
mad.
deserved to be read out.
Ketchup calm, ketchup breathe. And
No,
Shadow
I'd rather
Fox
just snap you later.
2330. Kibbs, you sound more like the Don from The Sopranos than Noble Rat. That's true. Your accent changed rather suddenly there.
it changes frequently because I forget what it was before.
Yes. Okay, Squeak, Dev Squeak. We did manage to haul Dev 1 footstep out of the closet today, as he still delivered everything with this Canadian monotone, but he added in Squeak at the end. That's something.
He's slowly doing it. Like Disco and Hands, they'll actually do the little voice thing and they'll actually get into it, and that's awesome. But like Dev,
Ketchup deserves head pats for what he does, because Ketchup does it proper. Like he even puts on a little voice. Dev
Hands, and yes, I do.
Dev deserves some beatings, but he's being dragged out of the closet slowly. But we need to drag Disco further out of the closet too, because she gets embarrassed. That's the problem. I
And it
don't know what
wasn't
I'm
so much
doing now.
embarrassed. I
don't
had
know.
gone AFK. So I
Don't
came
know.
back and you're like, right, you go in here, and I'm like, for
Yeah,
what?
then you just roll.
For
but she
what?
did it. She hold on. No. Disco did
So
actually
it
pretty
did take
good.
me a minute to try and figure out
And she
what I
did
was
it
actually
well.
supposed to be asking, because I was just kind of thrust in there. Like, I don't actually know why I am
We
here.
must
And-
trust Disco more.
The thing is, Disco did a good job. She entered a situation a little confused, but she managed to smooth talk it over with relative ease. Very good job.
We need to get them to speak more. Like when you encounter the Lamasu and he threatens to burn your collective assholes to cinders, have Dev negotiate. Dev can be like, would you like to lead a slave revolt? And it's like, it's a peculiar idea. Yes, I think I would like to be Spartacus.
Oh my god, this whole Civil War thing's getting more and more convoluted as we're like on everyone's side, but on no one's side, and it's like, oh my god.
I mean, hell, I'll point out one thing too. One thing you really should consider, and because you talked about this, but I'm trying to remind you now. 'Cause, God, I don't want to give you too many hints, but as well, I know this information you have, but may not have thought of. You should try to figure out who Kahamut's benefactor is.
Yes.
Because Kahamut is very much so a middleman in all of this. Andrew Apalatagoy sends a sticker with a pear with a cup of ketchup in it. I see. That's neat.
Joke.
I wish they need to be able to allow you to send messages with the fucking stickers. Like, I hate the stickers without the messages. Like, come on, Google. Be nice enough to allow people to send both. Come on. GG, 40k. Hey Arch, I have progressed with my Chaos Dwarf army. My centaurs are now built and have their tall hats. Thinking of getting a magma cannon or Kadai. What you want is one of the old school shit, like the Earthshaker cannon. I think it was literally called like the Earthshaker cannon or something. This ginormous mortar that actually caused the enemy to take stability damage from them. That was awesome. The Kadai is more of one of those new things, isn't it? I don't like the new Chaos Dwarves. Like, they don't look like Chaos Dwarves. Like, they had such a cool design with the massive hats and shit. Yeah, it was a bit dumb, but dumb is good. Dumb can be good. Back 1917 says, I just noticed, Kyle, you haven't updated portrait to include the second set of nostrils. Lazy.
Don't have a second portrait.
Yeah, you do. The whore? And Carly's made one. You just... Did you not get it? Kyle, tell him to give it to you. You little Kyle.
No.
Disgusting. Frankly, honestly.
Eh,
But like 1917 says, again, Arch, are there blank equivalents in Warhammer Fantasy? Not that I am aware of. No, I don't think I've ever heard of a blank in Warhammer Fantasy. No, not that I can think of off the top of my head. Glow in the Dark says, the Canadian sits in the corner plotting what he can do to mess things up. Dev will cast away the Horned Rat to become the true champion of chaos. Let us hope. Dev deserves to be the agent of chaos. He does. That is his job. That is what he should do. And Glow in the Dark says, sing Kyle. Yeah, the chat was telling you to sing, and Kyle's like, no, I'm embarrassed.
I don't have to. We'll do it Friday when I'm intoxicated and can't think clearly. And I'm more persuadable.
I had to read these entire, 500-word essay at one point, and I did it, and you can't even do a little singy-songy. Disgusting.
Yeah, but I'm not a dum-dum. I wouldn't read that. What would Bubble say? I'm not an idiot, Bub March. I didn't read it. I didn't have to. You let fucking B and me and everyone else peer pressure you into doing it.
Coward.
Like, no. Look at the little cat. He's so mad.
Black 1917 also says, Kyle is coward. We are already subscribed. That's true. Cowardly bitch.
I don't approve.
Bitch.
I don't approve, Black.
Bitch.
Actually, I think I could check.
Glow in the Dark says, Kibbs should show his pride and sing. It's Pride Month. He doesn't need to hide in the closet. There are more visitors to Narnia than just ketchup. Boag says, the party auto-translate. Isn't this an isekai? It might be an isekai now. It is an isekai, in fact. Yes. It's Sausage is the protagonist of this isekai. He's the main character. He's the hero. Which is why he can't die either. He just respawns. AK says, I require a kitty update, Disco. Go. Disco, fine.
It's
fine.
on my
Cat.
knee.
Fine.
He's dead.
Rub its head until it squeaks.
There will be no kitty noises because I've seen what Black 1917's last super chat was, and he won't be getting any kitty noises for a
Ooh.
while.
Denied. See, Black thinks he's funny. He's like, he's like, oh.
Yeah, I saw that, Black. I did.
You better delete it, Black. He's like, I can't. That's funny.
Hyol says, you can't make the wasteland great again without tariffs. You need great tariffs for a great wasteland. That's true. Kahamut has already just said, no, screw the merchants. Screw the merchants. I don't need them. I'm going to raise their taxes. And kind of like, yes, punish the Jews. Punish them. Disavow. Disavow.
Some narrative crafting to mask Arch's true feelings.
Disavow. Glow in the Dark says, Kyle, sing Discordia Lullaby. She sounds tired. She does.
I don't even know any lullabies.
My character was asleep for 2 hours of the session.
But you could have played with Sausage. Why didn't you play with Sausage? You could have been like, Sausage, want to play? And he'd be like, yes.
My character was sedated.
You forgot about Sausage. He sat there watching over you and like, man, whatever. I'm unconscious because I'm sedated. Like that.
To be fair,
I kept
those
asking,
anesthetics
am I
can
awake
last
yet?
a long time even after you're awake and you're still out of it.
I'm like, am I awake yet?
I'm
Am I
surprised
awake
she
yet?
got anesthetics, to be perfectly honest. What I should have done is like, no, she do not need. And she will,
He still would have
enjoy.
had you pay more.
No pay for premium package. No.
Bet you're a guest asking him to do things that he doesn't normally do.
No, I'm a customer, and I will have my demands met. You're not
The
the
only reason
GM.
he even talked to us because we were friends with Safur.
Yeah, but you're not the GM. Arch will decide.
That's my final ruling.
Yeah, exactly. Bitch.
You think, go on. Why not provoke the orcs into attacking the city? Also, Kyle, enhance your V2 by serenading us with your beautiful song.
Never.
Carrot. NTR Ain, I'm going to keep saying that,
And
says,
train.
Dev, stop being neutral. One day it will come down to you and you might get the party killed. But then Dev was like, my headset running out of battery. Dev,
My
It's a
headset running
bitch.
out of battery. Runs off to go start another stream.
Yeah, Dev is not streaming.
My headset out of battery.
He is. I noticed.
Out of battery. Go start stream.
What
I
is
don't
he-
have battery.
What is he streaming? Genesis Noir.
Sounds like
Fucking
Dev
filthy
sold
whore.
us out
Dev is a traitor.
early.
Traitor.
He went to go stream before the campaign was over. I wait until it is over before I think about starting my stream. Because I'm not gonna just... Well, actually, if I left, that'd be hilarious. Like, Arch, my battery's dying. It's like, but I need to end stream. Bye. Starts a new stream. That would be so dickish. That'd be hilarious. Ooh, I know how we can strong arm him into forcibly doing it. Make Dev stream. So he can't leave. Thinking ahead here.
Just be mean to him.
But then he would just leave and we wouldn't get to read the super chats now. He'd be like, no, I need to go.
Chat says it's actually Dave. Is it? Is Dev lurking in the background or is Dev? No. I will go looking for myself.
He's a traitorous little girl.
I'll be the judge of this.
Dragby says, I love this capture idea. I can see no problem, and if it somehow works, well, then we have a giant bull for disco. And new being that will insult the party. Giant bull for disco. That's right. I didn't think of it that way. I didn't think of it that way, but now I have.
Don't be gross.
Huh. 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 Dragby says, Kibbs, you know what you need to do with your name. Yeah, Kyle, you need to be a VTuber name. Do it.
Bed.
Lazy. Cuckish, little boy.
Looks like Dev might
Wizard
not
of the Game
actually be a
says,
traitor because it is Dave.
Go with the wizard.
Dev weaseled out this time. But we'll catch him, mark my words. We'll catch him in the act, won't we?
Lord of the Gay says, the sorcerer is best girl. You guys will get your rat booties handed to you if you try to fight him. Go ahead,
Grand
Jack.
booties.
Well, the thing is, at least in character, our Skaven aren't necessarily too knowledgeable about stuff that's far from our Warren. So, Dragon Ogre, Wamasu, yeah, probably about the same.
One would hope. One would think. Hold on, Kib's gonna put pizza in the oven because Kib is hungry.
We know that we saw Dragon Ogre and Dragon Ogre was scary looking. That's all we know.
That was.
Nirima says, talk to Lamasu and let it pick wizard. Too easy. Talk to Lamasu and let it turn wizard to stone. Too easy. Kill Lamasu. That is the Skaven way. The Skaven way. Terrible. Terrible. And Vogue says, maybe add some quest markers, game journo mode on. It would make it a little bit easier for my little incompetence. Then they could just look for question marks and be like, this.
Why? Because we keep picking the harder option.
Yeah.
How does that work? We're not asking for it to be made easier.
I'll color them red. Black 1917, Kylo's gaining more and more titles like a true Skaven. Yes, he is. He is anti-vax now, too. Disco is anti-vax as well, but she's more excusable because she's a little Scottish person and they know nothing about anything.
Are you getting your vax? When you getting yours, Hutch?
I'm not the subject here.
When you getting yours?
Not subject. Lord of the Game says, please, I'm so lonely. Ketchup, join him in the closet. Deep within it.
Guess I'm just ignoring you now.
Erosea, Kib's cheeks are really loose by now. Yes, they are. Which is why you would much rather want ketchup than you would Kyle. It is a much better long-term investment. Black 1917, dog is best girl. This is also true. Todd sends a picture of a cow and a bell. I am glad people are catching on. Lovely. Black 1917 says liking minotaurs doesn't make Disco a zoophile, it makes Disco a furry. Does
Black
it? Though?
1917 best not be asking for any more kitty noises.
I mean, it's a good point. I guess it would make her more of a furry than a
Not
zoophiliac.
a single kitty noise.
And he does have a lot of cats as well. Internet broke me. We want Walrus Kib's breeding episode. Or campaign. It will be a campaign. It will be a multi-episode series. And Rosia, Bubs was really G-Hay last drunk stream.
He was.
He's always gay.
He
He's
was going
homosexual.
through the list and being like, yep, I'd fuck this person, I'd fuck this person. It's not gay, it's dominant. Okay.
I see he would take the ancient Greeks' interpretation of such acts.
Not being gay, being dominant. Okay. Sure.
Boag, if the party is the party Sausage's harem, he needs a new one. Disco has become Sausage's property. He owns Disco now, which is why he rides on top of her head and guides her movement by pointing.
I mean, I spared him from being eaten. You
Yeah,
should be
that was
grateful.
because he told you to.
You should be grateful.
I second the walrus breeding with Kibs. Everyone does. And Internet Broke Me says, did I start a whole walrus Kibs breeding campaign? It will have to happen. A drag B, Kib, take the fireball for your own, take over the city. Yes, he should try it. He should try to impress it with his winker. Be like, I am most powerful, sorceress. You should obey me. Yes, yes, yes. Again, I can't believe you're going to fight the fucking Amasu. That will be interesting from a balance standpoint. And finally, to wrap it all up, Boag says, I will kill you, Mexican boy.
Thing to say, but okay.
Why would he say that?
Why would he say that? Why would he say that he wishes to kill himself? Right there. I don't know. The only other option is that he says something incredibly cringe.
I see what he said. I was like, Boog is breaking character.
The one with the sharpest fangs wins, killing bites. Boag, I know where you live. You live in Mexico.
Boag waits until he sees a soft spot, and then he just goes for it every time.
I am sure there are plenty of drug traffickers I could get to come to your house, okay? I am sure there's tons of them. So you be careful, you little bastard. Yeah. And then Dragby sneaks in one at the end. Disco, can we get more kitty noises, por favor?
No, because Black is on the naughty boy list.
That's not his fault, though. Why would you punish everyone for his flaws?
They can take it out with Black.
I think this is Disco being evil. Yes. We can come out of this stream firm in the knowledge that whilst Dev is a bad human being that wishes to ditch his friends for a goddamn corporate cumfest, Disco might be worse because she refuses kitty noises.
I got a donation.
4 kitty noises earlier. And he's currently too busy trying to steal stuff off a plate I've got next to me. He's just like, mine? Mine?
My donation, Kyle, not yours. Go away.
I read
Good
it
enough.
for you, monkey. Don't be rude to me.
The last one. Glow in the dark. Wait, don't stop the stream. Well, I think you are too late because it will be ending in a few seconds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me know when you're ready, by the way.
Until next time, thank you all very much for watching. A bit more of a slow-paced administrative episode today, but they are required every now and then to sell off some stuff, to lay some plans, to talk with the characters, and, figure things out. Figure out that they want to commit collective suicide by Ramasu. And as the real Holzinator says there at the very tail end, this will be a short campaign. Have a good day, everyone, and good night.